I'm calling for, we're all falling for the whiskey Encore. We're all ready for, waiting steady for the whiskey Encore. Every drop's a spark on this lively floor. Raise your voice, it's time for whiskey Encore. Welcome to the stream, everyone take their seats. Over pours we will meet to discuss the peat, the rye, the hints of pine. Forever a melody of the taste we test. It's a pairing of conversation and good friends, all the perfect elements. Every drop's a spark on this lively floor. Raise your voice, it's time for whiskey Encore.
All right, let me get something poured. The screw cap. Can anybody guess what it is?
We're here for, we're all ready for. Welcome to the whiskey Encore. Every drop's a spark on this lively floor. Raise your voice, it's time for whiskey Encore. We're here for, we're all ready for. Welcome to the whiskey Encore.
All right. Hey, everybody. I bet you weren't expecting this. I guarantee you weren't expecting this. Let me shut this music off for a second. Hey, everybody. Welcome to your Fitness Encore. And April 1st. And we'll get into it. We'll get into it. All of you guys, you have no idea. You have no idea what kind of night we're going to have tonight. I don't even know what kind of night we're going to have tonight, but we're going to talk here in a minute. I did pour something to cheers. It's not what you think. I saw some people guessing like Weller and Early Times. It is a screw cap. That's all I can tell you right now, but we'll see who is here first. There were some doubters here first. I'm not going to say Emily was doubting. She was the first one here, and she said, oh, with all the rebrands, geesh. And I saw that. I saw a lot of people doing that. And, you know, it's April 1st, so people are yanking your chain a little bit. And that's what Sugar Kitty thought. Jeff's like, oh, a day-long rebrand. Incomprehensible reason. We know why people are doing it. They're trying to be salacious and get your attention by saying they're doing something different. And that's what's going on. You just never know when somebody's being honest about it, that they're going to do something different. And you never know. You never know. We'll talk about it, though. James Morgan, good to see you getting an early cheers for me. I think that was the first cheer. So I'm going to cheers you, James. If you guys can guess what that is, good luck. I will tell you there's a slight bit of alcohol in this. That's all I can tell you right now. James, good to see you. Bourbon Saint's here. What's up, Chris? Hey, everybody, remember Bourbon Saint? Bourbon Saint's back. Chris is back. He's posting. He's writing articles, and the channel must be coming back. All that stuff's happening. If you're not subscribed to Bourbon Saint, old school, good stuff. Very knowledgeable, great opinions, great. What's the perspective? Anyway. Somebody drop the link. There's a couple mods here. Drop Bourbon Saint's link for that channel right in my chat here. And then everybody go sub to Bourbon Saint because he's back. He's back in a big way. In a big way. Dave's here said April Fools. I don't know what you're getting at, Dave, but it's good to see you, buddy. I know you were here a little bit ago. See who else is here. Corn and Whiskey. Joshua says he's got his Gene Simmons socks on, and get a little of that. A little of that. Nothing wrong with that. Gene Simmons socks. Where'd you get those? I want to see them. Send me a picture. Josh, you can send it right now. Just take a picture of your socks and send them to me. You got my number. I want to see these things. Maybe I can share them with the class. All right, Joey B's here. Joey B's here. What's up, Joey B? Cheers, teach everyone chat, and then it's got the emojis you can't see, but I think I've solved that. So you can see I can bring up the chat over here. I saw Stanley's here. That's pretty cool. It's way behind though, but you could see the actual emojis. You could see the custom emojis. That's the only way I could figure to do it. But Joey, good to see you, buddy. Appreciate that. I see a lot of people got a new badge tonight since it's the beginning of a new month. So pretty cool to see that. Joey, cheers to you. Going to cheers you with some of my cheersing liquid. Healthy. Super healthy. Joey, good to see you. Dragon B's in the house. Brian, you don't call. You don't even know what's going on. You're supposed to be like my left-hand man or something like that. Too bad about the channel. The channel's not going anywhere. The channel's just transitioning into something else. And we'll talk more about that as we go on into the night. I'll reveal more things, but more is true about tonight than you guys realize. How about that? That's something, huh? That's something. Whiskey Saints here. What's up, Darrell? Good to see you, buddy. Miss you, man. Haven't seen you in a bit. Gotta hang out. It's been a long time. Maybe we'll get together this June or something. That seems to be a good timing for me. Cheers to you, Darrell. Eric Gunderson's here. What's up, Gunderson? Good to see you, man. He's got the cheers thing going too. So people with the thing, this thing there, I'm trying to keep the other chat up so you guys can see the other chat, but maybe I should take that down. Anyway, a lot of people got their new badge tonight, so it's pretty cool to see people that have made it like to the 6-month mark as a Whiskey Encore crew member. I appreciate that so much. I'm going to really look to you guys for some support over the next few months. Boy, am I being ambiguous enough? Does anybody want to know what's really going on? Probably. We'll get there. We'll get there. I'm going to drop the link because I don't mind people coming on and hanging out still. And maybe people can ask me questions about things like, what the hell are you really doing, Cheech? Sorry, I'm pitting the message. There we go. Okay, so anybody that wants to come hang out, the regular crew, anybody who wants to come out, come hang out. Other than that, let's get back to the chat. I'm sure I'm missing some people. Mr. Mom's here. What's up, Orlando? Good to see you, man. Cheers to you. Thomas Anderson, cheers to you as well. Sipping on a Coy Hill. That's what I want to hear from last year. So you're saying the 2024 release. So not the original special release, but the 2024 release. I believe that's what you're saying. I didn't get one of those. I wish I would have got one of those. I do have one of the original ones, but I don't have one of the last year's. But cheers to you, fellas. Mr. Mom's getting everyone too. So everybody say cheers to Orlando. Oh, I see you. Zach's in the background. Zach's going to be coming on in just a minute. I want to say hi to Ken. What's up, Ken? Good to see you. Cheers to me with your favorite pour of fitness. I love to hear that. I love to hear that. Sounds really good. Sounds really good. Cheers to you, Ken. Good to see you, buddy. Almost 50 people hanging out. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. It is Tuesday night. It's Encore time, and that's what we're doing. We're doing the Encore. We're just doing it a little different tonight. Against My Odds in the House, that's the provider of tonight's Whiskey Encore theme music, came from Against My Odds. Appreciate that, Chris. You're pretty cool, man. I appreciate it. I'm glad you liked me using it again. I might need you to do me a new one, my new fitness channel theme song. Donald Rance is here. I saw Donald's not commuting right now. He's home. It's good to see you, Donald. All right, let me bring on these fellas because they probably have questions. I'm going to bring on Zach because I said he was here first. Oh, hold on. Let me get me to the right layout. Oh, there's Zach. And then let me get T-Rob. I think you might be muted, Zach. I can't hear you.
You can't hear me.
I can hear you now.
There we go.
Yeah. What's up, T-Rob? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Convalescing. So
Yeah.
I'm out on the sun porch so I can put my leg up.
Just don't show me any wounds. You know I'm very squeamish. I don't want to see anything that looks like it hurt.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway, what you drinking on, Zach?
Right now, I'm drinking on some Penelope Valencia.
Okay, the Valencia from Penelope. So that's got the orange wine finish thing.
Yeah. I may switch over to the new Bomburgers or the Woodford Double Oak. So
I heard the Bombergers had made it to my neighborhood, but I haven't been out hunting whiskey, so I didn't get it yet, but it might be around tomorrow. So
Hmm.
I probably won't pay the price they want for it, though. That's the problem, because around here it does not go for retail usually. So
I got lucky and got it at a Kroger for retail. So
that's solid. That's the only way to buy those things. All right, let me cheers a few more people, and then we'll get into the hangout and talking about what's really going on. Bob Glass is here. What's up, Bob? Cheers to you. T-Rob, are you having a drink?
Yes, I am. I got some 1792 bottle and bond.
There you go. Always it delivers. Always delivers.
Yes.
Good stuff. Dragon Beast complimenting the song. Thanks, buddy. I didn't do any of it. It was all against my odds. It was all good. All right. I just don't want to miss anybody. All right. So a lot of you guys know, hey, Whiskey Dude's here. What's up, Whiskey Dude 25? I'm not as drunk as I'd like to be at this hour. Well, just here you go. Just put it in the glass, bring the glass to your lips, tip it back, sip, put it down, repeat. Yeah, just repeat until you can't. And then that'll get you there. That will certainly get you there. He didn't say cheers, or I cheers him with whatever it is I'm cheersing people with tonight. It is not Weller 107. It is not Weller 12. I wish I don't have a Weller 12. That'd be nice. Anybody got one of those to spare? I would like to have one of those. Early times, close, very close. I'll tell you guys in a minute. Joe the Sample Guy. Hey, what's up, Joe? Good to see you. Not here a long time, just for a good old time. There we go. Oh, and hit the like. Yeah, we have 50 people hanging out.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. Hit the like if you haven't done that. You might not like it. By the end of this next couple of minutes, you might give me a thumbs down, but that's okay. I'll take it.
oh no.
Bob Glass is picturing Cheech and leotards leading workout streams. Careful what you ask for. That'll be a patron only thing. There will be more information on Patreon hopefully tomorrow. So for people who really want to know, but there is going to be a shift in the channel, at least in the short term. As a lot of you guys know, the last year and a week or two, the last year in particular, has not been the most kind to me because of the car accident and losing my ability to work for essentially a year now. I'm trying to get back to that. That's part of the thing. But I had a goal of weight loss in that year, and I didn't quite hit where I wanted to be. I came close. I'm about 20 pounds off where I want to be. So what I'm looking to do is take a little break from the things that I think are an impediment to me reaching those short-term goals. And when I say short-term, I'm talking like I think I can knock the rest of this out in like the next 2 months, as long as I'm sleeping properly and I'm eating right and I'm not derailing myself with drinking a bunch of whiskey on Tuesday night and then eating a pound of cashews before I go to bed, or making myself a giant sandwich in the kitchen.
Yeah.
I'm derailing myself. And then there's like 2 or 3 days where I'm there's lag before I get back to it. And then before you know it, it's Tuesday again. So
That's right.
I literally am changing to a fitness channel. Now, what does that mean? I don't really know yet. But what I figured is a lot of people have come along with me for the last 4+ years down this whiskey road. And I know a lot of people personally now from that. And a lot of us have struggled with health and fitness and things like that in life. And I'm no expert, but I'm trying to figure it out. Here I am at 55 years old, and I'm trying to be in the best shape of my life, because this is probably the last run that I get at being in the best shape of my life again.
Yeah.
So I'm really taking my health more seriously. I know you guys have seen less of me on other streams just because I'm trying not to drink. And it's hard not to drink on Tuesday nights when I'm hosting the Whiskey Encore. I want to drink. I want to drink with my friends and hang out. But right now it seems to be like a slight impediment to my short-term goals. So that's kind of what's happening. Now, my plan is to share some of this, at least via Patreon, but probably on the YouTube channel itself, of what because people want to know, how have I lost 50 pounds in a year? What are you eating? I want to show people what I'm eating. I'm not going without. I'm like living on burritos and cheeseburgers and stuff like that, but I'm doing things in a way that makes sense for, what my body needs. Like I'm only giving my body what it needs and trying to avoid the fluff. Although last week I had ice cream twice, which was the first time I've had ice cream in like a year. So I put a few more pounds on, but that's kind of the idea, is that I want to be at a certain weight to start, which I actually started today. So I'm not currently drinking whiskey. I'm cheersing you guys with something with a little bit of alcohol in it. It's called kombucha. I'm drinking
Kombucha.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that's where I'm at right now.
Gotcha.
Not that I don't love whiskey still. I love whiskey. I love the community around whiskey, but this community rallied behind me big time after the car accident and made sure I got through that without like losing my ass completely. And I didn't. And I figured the best way for me to repay people for that kind of support is become the best me I can be. And
Yeah.
I want to be better for everybody. I want to be better for myself, but I want to be better for my family, but also my friends and the
Yeah.
people who have shown support. I'm not going anywhere. I'm just going to do something a little different. And I want to include people on that ride. So that's really the fitness thing. I have people within the whiskey community that I've become really good friends with over the last few years. And some of them want to know what it is that I've been doing. And I figure if they have enough interest in seeing what I've done, then maybe other people will too. Other people might check out completely like this isn't whiskey, but it will be. It's still going to be Cheech and it's still going to be me. I mean, I'm not a different anybody who's met me in person knows that this is who I am. This is just who I am. I just have to focus on a few other things in the short term. I'm never going to totally not be a whiskey drinker. Right? I'm kind of
That's right.
there's evidence around me that maybe says that I like whiskey a little bit. So that's what I'm going to continue to do. But right now, I'm working on some other things, and I want to include people in that. I don't know if I'm been clear enough or if I beat the horse enough. Could be one or the other. Any questions from the panel?
Have you tried Ritual?
No. I don't know what that
Okay,
is.
so it is a whiskey alternative. It's zero.
Wasn't it nice of Zach to join us? It's so funny,
Fair
Zach,
enough.
that you said that. So yesterday I said to Jen, I'm like, didn't you get a bottle of alcohol-free whiskey sent to you like 3 years ago for like when Jen was doing the early days of Women of Whiskeys? Remember Jen was on there?
Mhm.
So you got this bottle of like no alcohol whiskey. We couldn't find it. I have no idea where it is. It might have been given away. Who knows? But I thought about that. I was like, I could just drink non-alcoholic, non-sugar, non-flavored, not delicious whiskey.
And that's the thing. Hence why it is still unopened. One of my friends doesn't drink
Yeah.
for his own personal reasons. So I went ahead and got a bottle. It's not expensive by any means, but it was still like, I looked at it like, oh, it's 5 calories per 1.5 fluid ounces. If I wanted to have something mixed, if it tastes even similar to whiskey, I don't know yet. But
Well, sounds like me. You're about to do a shot. Don't do it. Don't do it, Zach. Don't let me be a bad influence. I'm trying to be a better influence on people.
Hey,
let me go back.
the benefit is
we had almost 60 people here a second ago, and I want to include everybody on this as much as I can. I don't know where I am. Oh yeah, Bob Glass, picture me in a leotard. I can send you a personal photograph, Bob, if that's what you need to see. Got you taken care of. Mr. Mom said I was drinking JW Damn Bottled and Bond, or he is. I love that whiskey. That's still one of my favorite budget pours. Budget pour for sure.
Budget pour.
Yeah, good one for sure. All right, who else is here? Hey, Stanley's here. What's up, Mashbill? I've been sending Stanley a lot of reels. I've been sending T-Ray some reels too. I've been sending some good ones. How about that car thing with the car accident? They turn around and the car launches off the flatbed. That's
like
it was straight up Dukes of Hazzard.
Oh,
it should have had the theme song. Should have had some Waylon playing during that scene. Oh, there's Darrell in the background. He was there, then he wasn't there, and now he's here. What's with Darrell?
Sorry.
You don't have Darrell. Sorry.
Figured I'd come hang and spin a bit, like you said.
Yeah, it has, buddy. How you doing? People think this is an April Fool's joke that I'm changing my channel, but it's not. It's not an April Fool's joke.
Well,
it's not. You'll see. The montage video drops tomorrow night at 11 p.m. You'll see. You'll see. I'm still trying to license the Rocky theme, but we'll see how that goes. I don't want copyright infringement or anything.
No.
Johnny Walker Red is the perfect April Fool's drink. You might be onto something there. Johnny Red is not Johnny. It's weird. You don't like it, right, Darrell? You don't like Johnny.
I don't really like. I got blue over there, and I don't even like that.
Right.
I think I'm sitting here for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, Johnny's not my
not mine either.
Yeah, I'm not much on those blended scotches at all.
It's a good mixer.
It's something. It's something.
Yeah.
So Darrell, what you guys got going on tomorrow night on Hello Again Whiskey Friends?
I'm going to be doing our Old Dominic cast strength pick with Clark from Old Dominic and a few
Okay,
of the
so you're
guys,
doing a live tasting of samples?
Yeah. Yep. He
Oh,
sent
cool.
us 3 cast strength bourbons. We got the Turks. Crisp bourbon of the week was supposed to be on it, but some work kind of conflicted last minute. So he's going to taste through them, I think, tonight. And we'll figure out what his ranking is tomorrow. But yeah, me, Ham, the Turks, and Dusty Dan. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's it. Along with Clark from Old Dom. So it should be fun, man. Like,
Cool.
that cast strength stuff's pretty legit.
I noticed Zach in the background here or off to the side is pouring some of this non-alcoholic.
Oh, I thought that
he
was
looks
Russell
he
for
looks
a second.
thrilled. He looks thrilled.
Pouring it into a previously alcoholic drink.
Well, that might help it. Dragon B
Does it
texted me
taste like
earlier.
alcohol?
When did you text me earlier? I might have you blocked, Brian. Oh yeah, you did. Oh, you're the one that told me of the bomb burgers. I just mentioned the bomb burgers. Oh, I might have mentioned that after we put that in there. I don't know how far behind I am. How far behind am I? How am I already 15 minutes behind? It's like an old Encore or something. I see Gary Franchi's here. What's up, Gary? That's Wade. What's up, Tom? It's good to see you. Having a Glenfiddich 15 Distillers Edition at 101 proof.
Nice.
That doesn't sound bad.
No,
I don't know if Fats Wave has bad whiskey. I'm going to go with Tom probably does not have bad whiskey.
no, I
Because
don't think
everything he's ever shared with me has been a
Banger.
straight up
Dynamite.
banger.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
good stuff. The good stuff.
Banger, banger, banger.
Oh wow, Donald Rance is he's finally going to improve his. He's going to get a better new camera and a better background.
There you go.
He said he got a new role at work, including a 25% pay raise. That's pretty good.
Big
I'm not
percentage.
good with
of
the math, but that's like at least a quarter more.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there, right?
25% is a quarter, right?
Is it?
What the heck is going on, Mama Porter? I'm trying to be healthier, Mama Porter, and I'm changing up a few things at least in the short term. That's what we are. But it's good to see you. I'm trying to be healthier. That's all. A little bit healthier. What's going on, Sean T? Everybody wants to know. You guys could have texted me. Thumbnail's been up all day.
All right.
And everybody's thinking it's a joke. So I thought, Jen's like, people are just going to think it's an April Fool's joke. I'm like, well, that's the best joke because they think it's a joke and I know it's not. So who's the best joker?
Right.
All right. Oh, here we go. Zach with giving us a taste. Probably wasn't even worth nosing. Did you nose it? Smell like disappointment?
Disappointed.
Seems like it tastes like it.
I mean, sad, but it tastes like water.
Nah.
Water.
Like they tried to make like apple pie moonshine, but
no vanilla
just-
in it or anything. You could have just dropped some vanilla in it. At least help us out.
no,
Oh,
no, not really, which is really sad. But oh well. Yeah, I bought it for a friend. So
there you go. Miracle Martinez. What's up, Miracle? A little late was a Texas Longhorn baseball game. There you go. How did the Longhorns fare? Did they do all right? Hope all are well. I'm doing pretty good. Actually, I'm doing really good. Like better than I've done in a long time, at least a year. So I'm feeling pretty good. Just I want to knock off like another 21 pounds from where I am right now. And if I can do that by the end of May. So I'm just looking at all of April and then May as my goal. I think I can knock off 20 pounds in those 60-ish days.
There you go.
should be able to.
I've done it before, so that's kind of where I was last year after the car accident. I wasn't able to drink because I wasn't able to do much of anything for a few months. So all I did was concentrate on my diet. So I'm looking to do another round of that. I've been maintaining essentially the same weight for the last 6 months,
Yeah.
which is about 47, 48 pounds lower than I was when I started this a year ago. And
Yeah.
I feel like if I can give it a concentrated focus on what I'm doing again, I can knock off like the last 20 pounds and feel a whole hell of a lot better.
Yeah. And you may have to tweak what you were doing before, just like maybe do something different at different times
Yep.
Because your body's kind of plateaued right now.
Right. I'm going to confuse the hell out of it. I can tell you that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Because I just started, like in the last week, I started walking a few miles a day.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I never did that before. So before I wasn't able to really exercise because I had the hand injuries, and then I had the ankle injury and the neck injury after the accident. So all I did was focus on diet. So this time there's a lot more activity starting.
Yeah.
And we've set up a little bit of a home gym where I have a treadmill and a bicycle, and we have some free weights. And so that's coming back now that I can grip things and pick things up again. I'll be able to work.
Well, that will definitely help accelerate. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what
I'm trying to.
So has a nice second brain.
Yeah, I feel like I'm on a similar journey.
What's up, Donald Rant?
You are?
Hey guys.
Yeah.
All right, Zach's
I've lost about.
There you go.
Well, I've lost about 25 pounds in the past 5-6 weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
just by
that's enough
diet.
to make you change your clothes. Yeah, just by diet, right?
I've definitely tightened up my belt a few times here lately, but
There you go.
I'm waiting till I get to about 220 or so, about a 35 pound weight loss before I start adding in the cardio.
Yeah,
just because.
Where I started, let's just say last March 20th, because it was a couple days before my birthday that I actually started eating better last year, which was a couple days before the car accident that I was in. And I was at 227 pounds. So I went from 227 to 187. So that's 40. And then I've lost about another 5 since then. And I've been able to maintain that within 3 or 4 pound range. I did gain a little weight during my meetup weekend because we kind of overdid it a little bit for a few days. Yeah, but it was worth it. It was worth it. And then last week was my birthday and my anniversary, so I put a couple of pounds on. But I'm still back. I'm still around the 187 pounds. So if I figure if I lose another 20, that'll put me at like 167.
Oh, yeah, man.
True.
For those of you who see me in person, that'd probably be pretty good weight for me.
Be lean and mean.
I'm trying to take the stress off the joints, off all the extra weight and all the crazy stuff I do.
That's something.
I just told my friend earlier, if I meet 175, there's a problem. He needs to check on me.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that. Not for you. I'm only 5'10" on my best day.
Yeah, I'm 6 foot even, but still,
I'm not that big of a dude.
That was 3% body fat. That was no.
Oh no, I don't ever want to get down to that. I'm looking for around 12 to 15, and I'll be happy.
Oh yeah. Oh, you get down to 12, man. You be lean.
I think 12 will be pretty good for me. Old Humble in the house. What's up, Old Humble Distilling? Good to see you. Cheers. Cheers you with some kombucha. I don't know what Donald's drinking. Donald, you drinking some kombucha?
No, I love kombucha though.
There you go.
Me too.
Especially, there's one place here in Toronto that does a blood orange kombucha that I just love.
I had a peach one yesterday. It was mind-blowing.
Yeah.
Peach kombucha was a mind-blowing experience. Best kombucha I've ever had.
I had a friend that would drink that at work and not realize it was alcoholic.
It's only got like what? It's like 2%. You can
it wasn't much, but he brought it into work and was bragging about it. And I'm like, dude, don't for your own health. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah, we had somebody at one of our plants bring it in their lunch, and they put it in the refrigerator. And I don't think they realized what they had, or that it had alcohol in it.
Exactly.
Somebody else went and opened the refrigerator, because it was in a group area,
community thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, whose bottle of kombucha is this in here? And he's like, this is against the law. They have alcohol inside the protected area.
Yeah, I'm like, don't get me wrong. We worked in the Germany plant, and they drink beers on lunch, but we're in the U.S., so
yeah.
See, if I was in Italy, you'd have to make the top bunk.
Hey, you know what got some people one time? A bottle of vanilla extract.
Oh yeah,
because that stuff's like 30-something% alcohol.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah. Hollywood in the house.
There
we go. Hollywood. I haven't seen Hollywood. There you go.
I just brought bitters in. It's fine.
Bushmills.
Australian whiskey
2012
exclusive from Kristen Will.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yep.
That looks special.
It is. The Burgundy casks. Oh my God.
I bet.
Oh,
that sounds good. I'll never get that.
man.
I just never will. Gunderson's pouring some of my
Fair.
Octanium pick.
Oh,
Oh,
I might go pour some of that myself.
oh, you guys are so rough. I'm trying not to drink any alcohol other than this kombucha tonight.
Well, the only reason
Oh,
I'm
really?
drinking tonight is because I
Yeah.
haven't taken my pain pill yet. So
Okay,
There you go.
that'll
I'm
get you
gonna
there.
take my pain pill and go to bed. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
Yeah, Darrell. So, I'm serious. It's like I know it sounds like it's a April Fool's joke just because it's April 1st, but I really am not doing whiskey Encore anymore.
right back.
At least for the next couple of months while I work on
I caught
getting
that. I just didn't know.
Yeah.
no
I-
alcohol.
drinking. Yeah, well,
One exception might be Matt Madness. I haven't not responded to Matt's
Mhm.
text he sent me earlier today because he hit me at a
about
bad
the
time.
end of June.
Well, here's the thing: by June, I want to be back. You know,
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm trying to get there to the goal quickly enough.
Be fun if you can make it.
I mean, it's
The
pretty
June thing
cool.
I'm trying to make. That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
What's up, Troy, man?
Yeah, it's pretty cool how there's different paths to like the weight loss thing, because for me, my doctor was like, you got to lose 20 pounds. I'm like, okay, no problem. So I just went on a strict Mediterranean diet, a lot of pasta, vegetables, lean meat.
Mhm.
And it was like, woof. And I'm like, holy crap. So now apparently I'm within 3 pounds of my target weight.
There you go. That's I'm not good with math, but that's like 1.5 kilo.
Yeah.
Here's the problem: if I go on a strict Mediterranean diet, I end up back at 250 pounds, which
right,
is
yeah,
Pasta.
still not the biggest because for some reason, being Italian, pasta kills me. Bread kills me. It just makes me fat
Yeah, well,
overnight.
I don't do the bread, and I do,
love bread.
small portions of pasta. I do,
Yeah.
small portions of rice and whatever. And occasionally I'll have like, my junk day where it's like, I'll have my poached egg on black pudding with fried mushrooms on toast,
Mhm. Mhm.
drizzled with hollandaise. And I've
There
been
we go.
okay.
7 of the people watching here think that sounds good, Donald.
Don't worry,
No, I
Don.
know it's good.
I got you.
Oh, goodness.
Hoyt cuisine there.
There you go. I see Tim Tam Series saying hi to Gary, but I want to say hey to Tim. What's up, Tim? Good to see you. Dave Olsing is still here. I guess he hasn't caught. Have you caught on yet that it wasn't an April Fool's joke? I don't know if everybody's caught on. I think everybody thinks I'm doing it. They don't make diet bourbon. No, they don't. They don't
No.
make diet bourbon.
They make diet water.
okay. Listen,
Yeah, diet water.
I have drank whiskey ever since I've been able to drink.
Yeah.
And probably a
Same
little
here.
before that. And probably a little before then.
Oh,
Mhm.
way before then.
He put probably 13, probably around 13, but I think I'm doing this for multiple reasons, and all the right reasons as far as
Oh, yeah,
as it goes for
absolutely.
me.
Mhm.
And I'm still going to be around. I'm still going to be doing. It's just going to be different. It's going to be different while I do this. And if
Yeah.
this takes off, or this helps anybody, if this helps one more person, like within the community, decides that, yeah, hey, I've been meaning to do this. Maybe a doctor's told you to lose a little weight. Whatever the reason is, maybe
That's
it's as hard as they've made it seem. Because I can't say it was easy. It takes dedication and persistence. But I'm planning on showing people exactly what I'm doing, what I'm eating, when I'm eating, why I'm eating it, and all that stuff. And if you can
Yeah.
see whatever, let's be honest, the whiskey community at large is still a pretty small community compared to everybody else in the world,
right.
Mhm.
with the United States nearing 50% obesity rates. I worry about people. I've lost people because they didn't take better care of themselves, and they could have just taken a little bit better care of themselves and
Yeah.
still been around. So,
Well, and part of the problem too is there's no money to be made in prevention. It's
Right.
treatment.
well, yeah, well,
Yep.
yeah,
Why cure people when you can help people?
yeah, well. There you go. Troy Man's got it. I'm going to make Whiskey Tube healthy again. I don't know if I'm going to make it
That's
all
right.
healthy again, but healthier. I think
There you go.
I'm not trying to be like a noble effort or something. I know how much it's been a transformation just for me. Like a lot more things got a lot more serious.
Yeah.
in an instant for me last year, and I have not taken that for granted. I have tried to do the best I could over the last year, and
Yeah.
I still think the best reward or best thank you I can give to people is to show you that I'm using that opportunity to change and to do better things for myself, my family, my friends, my community at large. I mean, you guys. I want to be the best Cheech I can be, whatever that means.
Man, this stuff is magical. Like, oh,
Let me help you on your journey.
It probably is, but I feel so bad because I can't have any of it right now.
I know.
I'll never see it.
Yeah. I mean, when Chris was like, "Do you want one?" and I'm like, yeah.
Yes.
The fact that he's already got another one bunkered away for me from the Australian.
There you go. Yeah,
like,
man. Dive into
There
it.
you go.
Yep.
That's awesome. That is awesome. Tim Tam
Yeah.
said finally got his Evernorth pick. Which pick is that? Number 2. Which
Again,
one's the
too,
pick?
that's the rye that I have.
Yeah.
That made it in our
Ah, there you
finals.
go.
Very
Got
safe.
some climb this weekend. That's awesome.
There you go.
Thing's really good.
There you go. Hello again, whiskey friends, but also
So,
fitness
Jeff,
friends.
friends.
And fitness
Jeff.
friends.
Buddy.
I mean, after having this knee replacement, you know, I really need to get down about 20, 25 pounds because I don't want to have to do the other one, you know.
Yeah,
And
that's the
if I
thing.
can
I'm
get
thinking about-
if I can get some weight off, you know, it would definitely be to my benefit. And I think it would help my sleep apnea and my blood pressure and all that.
Listen, I had my blood work done after a year. So after 1 year, I had my blood work done. It's the best it's ever been. And that was from losing. I mean, I came close to losing 50 pounds, right around 50. But, you know, I put a few back on, but still.
I would like to
40+
lose
pounds.
down to the point. Yeah, I'd like to lose down to the point where I can get off meds because the meds I'm on aren't super high. But if I don't take them right now, you know, my blood pressure's up, my cholesterol's up.
Bob, I got you, buddy.
Yeah.
T-Rob, that's
For
the
me, it
thing.
was just blood pressure, but yeah, I get it.
Yeah, so I'm not on any medications at all.
Correct.
At 55 years old, and
That's
you know,
great,
even my
man.
doctor's like, that's uncommon for men your age. You
yeah.
know, most of them are on high blood pressure, anti-anxiety, some sort of statin for their cholesterol and everything.
Yep.
And I don't want to be.
Yeah,
I mean,
my
it's a
biggest
tool
problem
to
with
use. It's a tool to use in the short term, I think. But like the best thing you can do is to get yourself in a little bit better health, and food is the key to that.
I didn't have those problems when, you know, I stayed around 230 for years up into my early 50s, and then things.
Everybody's got to
really
realize how
started
tall you are. First of all, Tim, most people don't know how tall you are. You're like 6'4", right?
I'm 6'3", yeah.
Yeah,
and I'm
way
I'm
taller than
walking
me. I got to
around-
go on my tippy toes to give you a hug. Every time I got to stand on my toes, and I put that one leg in the air in the back. You know, I lean in.
The realization on the flex.
Yeah.
But
Gotta give my
yeah,
hug in.
that's when I started getting up, you know, around 250. Definitely when I got over 245, that's when I started having all these issues.
Yeah. At my heaviest, which I was much younger at my heaviest, I got up to 259 pounds. And you know my size, so 259, and that was the last time I weighed myself. And I know I continued to eat horribly for like another 6 months after that. So I probably got close to like 270 would be my guess, and my biggest ever. Now this was 30 plus years ago,
right?
And I battled to get all that weight off, and then I pretty much throughout my 30s and 40s, I hung around to 225 to 230 pounds. And
I know a lot of mine is diet because I drink a lot of water. I eat a lot of protein, but I eat a lot of carbs that I don't need to eat. And that's one of the big things for me is being able to structure a diet where I can include carbs because I need some carbs to maintain muscle mass.
Yes, you do.
But I don't need an excess level of carbs.
You should try living with Jen while she's baking cookies all the time.
Exactly.
I give them away.
I just ate one of those triple chocolate ones like last week. Oh, that thing was so good.
Yeah, people don't know about that one yet. People don't know about the triple chocolate yet. Let me go back to the chat real quick because I saw old Humble saying he's in the same boat. 49, last real cheese. Hey, hell, he dropped the weight, going to be the phase in life where I either live to 90 or die at 55. Hey, buddy, follow me. I'm going to do it. Even if over on Patreon too, you don't even have to join for money. You can just join as a free member, and I'm going to make sure
There you go.
everybody knows what I'm doing over there as well. And there's still going to be some new stuff over at Patreon. There are Whiskey Encore t-shirts being designed right now that are patron only. Those are coming because that's how everybody voted over at Patreon. So you got a say in that. Still might be a challenge coin. Might change it a little bit this year. We'll see. But I plan on sharing what it is I'm doing, because if, like I said, if you need to lose 20 pounds, it's probably a lot easier than they've made it out to seem for you. And you
Oh,
don't
yeah.
need to buy like special like diet programs. I've done this all just by figuring out what it is I need to eat and what people actually need to eat. And I can tell you this, I don't go hungry, not very often. I can tell you that. I had a hard time getting to what I needed to eat today. Like I had so much more food to eat to make sure I was, stoking the machine a little bit. So yeah, there's never a last chance, although, but running out of time. So yeah, I think what it is make it urgent.
Yeah.
Don't
Well,
make it
and
urgent to the
unfortunately,
point
most
where
of
you're
us,
freaked out about it, but make it a priority, like, okay,
Well,
before.
most of us, especially as we get older, we don't like to go to the doctor. We don't like to cause a fuss. We don't want to, but we need to realize that to get older, you got to keep yourself in pretty decent
That's
shape.
right. That's
you
right.
know.
Well, like I said, we've all become friends because of whiskey, and we all look out to be like, "Hey, I know you're looking for that bottle." We could also be like, "Hey, how you eating, bro? Are you eating right?" A little of that. Just
Yeah.
check in with each other a little bit of
That's
support
right.
on that, and we can all have our summer bods like Darrell. Like by the time we get to summer, we can all look like Darrell. We can
I'm
just
too
be.
skinny, man. I lost too much weight.
Well, hold on. There's another way. So that's the opposite thing. I could probably help people gain weight too. It's just the answer is lasagna and ice cream. That's it. You just eat lasagna and ice cream all the time.
I need to
That'll put
gain
the
weight.
Darrell get some junk in the trunk. That's what'll happen.
I'll
William
take a
Hall,
good
what's
30
up, Bill?
pounds.
And
I
then
had a
when I
fast,
come back,
I
it
had a
was
fast metabolism until I got in my 40s, and then it
right.
just started
Well, that's the
way
thing. We all slow down. I don't like to talk about getting older because but it is an inevitability. I just happen to look great while I'm doing it. It's just, I'm blessed. I got good genes, except for they're a couple sizes too big right now. So I'd like to get some new genes.
I tell people at the gym, I said, I'm not growing old gracefully. I'm fighting it every step of the way.
Mhm.
Damon, what's up, Damon? Cheers, my usual Catoctin Barrel Select, making me happy tonight.
Nice.
Yeah, that or one of my favorite comedians would used to say, "You're on the Mars bar diet, but you're doing it wrong. You're supposed to take a couple of Mars bars, smack a couple of rabid Dobermans, stick them up your arse, and then run down the road."
Oh, Don,
God.
that's training. That's what that is. We're not there yet. Get your road work in. There you go. William Hall went from 256 to 177. Now I need to tone and buff up like T-Rob. There you go.
Hey, dude, that's awesome, man. That's
good.
awesome.
Man, that's a lot. That's a lot off. That's a lot of. We're usually old men talking about weather and ailments. Let's talk about just doing a little better as far as like how you eat,
Yeah.
and take care of yourself.
I mean, I've been around my high school weights, up till now, but then over COVID, it went up a little bit because, less activity and whatnot.
And more whiskey, like we did it to ourselves.
Well, it wasn't necessarily more whiskey. For me, it was like, all right, I'm bored. What am I going to do at home? Well, cook.
Right. Well, I did that too,
And
but I also realized I was drinking whiskey while I was also cooking.
well, for me, it was because I was doing stupid things. Like I'm like, oh, I'm going to recreate a 100-year-old French recipe that has 5 pounds of butter, cream, duck liver, and then beef hearts with red wine and cream and
cream.
Yeah, that's like a once a year meal.
It is.
But when you have time on your hands, no, I did the same thing, Donald. Like that's generally dialed in her baking. I mean, it was already pretty good, but she really dialed in her baking.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I was an idiot to the point where when I actually saw my doctor after the whole, lockdown situation, it's like, you're on the verge of developing gout. quit doing that.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, okay,
And then did they ask you if you'd like an assisted suicide?
no,
I thought that was like the first thing they offer in Canada.
no.
No, I know. You got to at least stub your toe or something.
Oh,
to
that
get-
way they can get you off the rolls quicker, you know.
Yeah, no.
All right, we won't make it political tonight, Donald.
I'll just say that there were certain news outlets that were reporting it, and I had a good laugh over it because I'm
Yeah.
like, God.
Old Humble, yeah, I'm about at 100. I don't know where I was this morning. 184 is where I'm at today. So I'm trying to go another 20 pounds in 2 months. It's not like I'm trying to derail the whiskey Encore forever, but we're going to be fitness Encore for a little bit. That's all.
There you go.
I'll
And
actually put up content.
I'm actually
Easier for me to do that.
I'm actually close to my old high school rugby playing weight. The problem is less muscle mass now.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not like, "Grr." It's more like,
Mr. Mom's down 55 in the last 4 months. There you go.
That is
Majority of
awesome,
lifestyle
man.
change. There you go. Not eating all the bad stuff. Listen, those new drugs that are out, the Ozempics and stuff like that.
Yep.
I don't have enough weight to need
No.
those. I just don't. I don't have enough weight to lose anymore. I did a long time ago, but I don't anymore.
Right.
If that's the thing that gets the weight off of you, and it's a short-term solution. The way those things are set up, it's like a 3 to 6 month thing, and then you
Yep.
go off of them. Now, in 3 to 6 months, some people they're saying you can lose up to like 23% of your body weight. That's
Yeah, but
a
then-
significant amount.
but then they
Yeah.
balloon after going off of them, and they
Yeah,
have
anything else you have to
Because they haven't changed anything else in their
you've got
diet.
to change your
Yeah.
eating habits. That's all
Exactly.
it comes down to.
like I work with several folks that have diabetes that are on Ozempic, and the weight loss is more gradual. But
Mhm.
if you're taking it just for weight loss, the problem is you could lose that weight, but then you're going to have other horrible side effects.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's my problem with any medication is I don't want any side effects. So
Yeah.
I'm fortunate enough to be fairly healthy. Like, I get injured. I don't get sick. I'm one of those people.
Right.
Yeah,
Um,
and
but if you have like a medical need to lose weight, at least we're heading in the right direction with some of these drugs. My
Yeah,
problem is the side effects, but they're unlocking the hormonal side of things.
yeah, and the whole thing is not everybody will suffer them, but
right.
don't take it like a designer drug where it's like
Well,
Exactly.
that's the problem is it's already been romanticized like
Yeah.
that by all these.
Oh, it's all over Hollywood and everything.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
I
You
mean,
can never
that's-
be. What's the saying? You can never be too thin or too rich.
Yeah,
Yep.
it just
So it's a battle for those people.
Yeah,
They're trying
yeah.
to prove something. They're just trying to
yeah,
prove something.
and you know what?
What's up, Richie?
If you're going to take medical advice and look at those buggers, then
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. I wouldn't use those as an example
I-
for much.
then you might need to be on the waiting list to apply to live where I work. That's all I'm going to say.
I mean, it's just like steroids, you
You're
know.
mad.
You know,
Yeah,
people
you're-
now, are there legitimate reasons why somebody might use steroids? Yeah, if I'm a professional athlete and I got hurt and I need to recoup and I'm making $2, $3, $4 million a year, and and I need to get back to where I was quickly,
yeah,
Yeah.
and
it might be
also-
worth the money.
But
Listen,
also,
I
To
thought
look
about it
good
just-
at the beach, no.
I already look good at the beach. What are you
You know?
talking about?
yeah, but the other thing too is steroids are also used as anti-inflammatories.
Yeah, so that's my thing is the only thing I'd use them for because every issue I have is repetitive motion issues from being a drummer. Inflammation is my problem, and I really last week when I ate ice cream twice, that sugar just inflamed every joint in my body, and I was miserable for a couple days. I was like, oh my god, I cannot eat
Yeah.
sugar because
Right.
all my joints were on fire. I was ready to crawl into bed.
Yeah.
So, but I have noticed that literally anything that I ever thought was an issue had some skin issues for a while. Those things, everything got better. Just everything got better.
Yeah, and the whole thing is rationality has gone out the window these days.
Yeah.
Where it's like, well, you know what? I'm going to do what I do, and I'm just going to stick myself in the belly with this new drug, and I'm going to look like, Cameron Diaz in a sex pose.
Exactly.
I thought of you more of a Jennifer Aniston type.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Just saying.
Oh,
I like that we're talking about this. Yeah, I still like whiskey, everybody. We still like whiskey. We're still a whiskey
Absolutely.
community.
Yeah,
But
and in
you know,
fact,
let's
Look,
look.
I've got an
Kombucha.
iconic whiskey shirt on right
there you
now.
go.
There you
There you go.
Aquavite recycled reviews.
There
Wow,
you go.
that's kicking ass.
Still one of my favorite review formats
Oh,
ever.
yeah.
When he's just out in front of the recycling bin and talking about it, tosses it in, and he's like, "Oh wait, there's some more in there." Yeah, that's good.
The golden age of whiskey, that's for sure, without a doubt. What's up, Josh? Just cut the carbs. Good thing about bourbon, no carbs. So yeah, I mean, I was drinking bourbon while I was losing weight. The problem is it was stalling my metabolism was the
Yeah.
problem, and it's not the carbs or sugar. It's just the nature of alcohol itself.
Right.
It has a stalling effect on metabolism. Plus, being honest, staying up for 3 hours on Tuesday night and getting pretty hammered impeded my sleep at least for that night and then the next night. Usually,
Yeah.
I didn't get the best night's sleep, so I was having some sleep issues from the alcohol. But again, the temporary situation to get to a more permanent realization, like down the road.
And I'm gonna
Not
tell
too
you
far.
that got to be at one point where, you know, Sunday night I would stay up, then I would watch a little bit on Monday night, but I'd try getting to bed. And then Tuesday night I would stay up,
Yeah, my fault.
and then
Sorry about
Wednesday
that.
I would not go to the gym because I'd usually take 2 days off a week, which is normally Wednesday and Saturday.
Right.
Then and as soon as I got home from work on Wednesday, I was in the recliner snoring. You know.
Yeah,
And
that's
then-
the thing. And if I was drinking more than just Tuesday, which in general I was popping on at least one other channel through the week, I was
Yeah.
drinking 2 times a week and usually a few days apart, which means I was essentially just stalling my metabolism. Now I was able
All
to
week,
maintain
yeah.
weight, but I wasn't losing
No.
weight. I was just maintaining weight.
And
But
then Thursday would get
still,
here.
even maintaining for as long as I have, it was good. What's that, Thursday?
Thursday would get here because I'm usually off on Fridays. Where Thursday was,
Right.
That could go to the wee hours of the morning, and then Friday you're dragging your ass around, and
Yeah.
and then the weekend's here.
Yeah, it's time to drink again.
Time to drink again.
I'm drinking. What's up, Ruben? Good to see you, man. I'll cheers you with this pour here.
There you go.
You just got here. You don't know what it is.
I'm gonna go.
Cheech,
get
I
my-
tell you, this Obtanian pick, man. God, this stuff is so good.
I don't hate it.
I'm actually gonna go grab my next pour, and it's something that hasn't been made for at least a
No.
decade.
Ooh, there! Look at that! Look at that! It's
Oh, my
close.
goodness.
It's close.
Darrell, dang, bro. Hold on. Let me see that again.
Let's
I
see.
just want to get a close up of
It
Darrell.
was like that, like after the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I was going to say, you haven't moved
wow.
it too much lately.
Yeah.
I brought it to a meetup of MGP.
Oh, wow.
and
I bet that went over well.
Yeah.
People like it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
loving
just
your
put
MGP.
an empty bottle number 69 out in the garage. So, bottle
Okay.
69 has been extinguished.
Come on, bro.
What,
I got
what number did you
22.
get? 22.
22.
Okay. There
Which
you
is
go.
honestly my favorite. It's
I
actually
don't
my
even know
favorite
which
number.
number I got.
It's my whiskey coin number, everything.
I was gonna say, didn't I give you that on the coin too?
I don't have a coin for me. I don't think
Yes,
I have a
you
coin
do.
from you.
You
No.
do have a coin for me. You have to. I
No,
thought I gave
metal.
you
If it's
Kentucky.
metal, I don't, because I only have ours and Dan.
It looks like this. You don't have my coin.
I don't have that.
I'll send you one because everybody else did. I swore I gave you one in Kentucky.
No.
I gave everybody else one in Kentucky. Sorry to leave you
Okay.
out, buddy. I'll send you one.
Black sheep over here.
Oh, wow. You got to make it about sheep.
All right, Cheech. I'm going to get a pour special bottle that hasn't been made for about 10, 15 years.
Oh, goodness.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'll pour it with you.
I mean,
Yeah, Girl's got it.
it's kind of, celebratory since, 25% raise and
Yeah, I'm celebrating with you. I'm
Dude,
gonna
that's
pour a little more
awesome, man.
kombucha.
yeah.
I'm put a little more kombucha, buddy. I'm going to celebrate with you.
Okay.
I got 3.5, and I was elated.
Is it
Yeah.
Scotch or Irish? What are you grabbing, Don?
I'm grabbing a Bowmore that hasn't been made for like 10, 15 years. It's a
Oh,
cask
okay.
strength, 100% first fill Oloroso aged Bowmore. And it is absolutely electric. 15 years. Lights
15-year
out.
cash strength?
Yeah.
Damn.
So
You had me at Sherry. Give me all the
Yeah,
red
when you
wine.
said the Oloroso, I was already drooling. I was like, oh yeah.
all right, yeah,
And you
I'll
said
be-
first fill too, so
yeah. So
lots of sherry influence.
yeah, I've
This thing's
just
gonna
got to
come
go get
back
the step
dark.
ladder to reach it because it's getting low, and every time I look at that bottle, it talks to me. It's like, drink me.
Ruben, I don't know what 5x5 training is, but it sounds like work.
All right, I'll be back in a moment.
I'll
I
be
think
here.
that's where you set up 5 different exercises to
Oh,
hit
like
different
stations?
body parts, and you do a circuit, and then you take like a 2-minute rest, and then you do another circuit.
Yeah, so that's a good way to gain muscle for sure. I'm so the exercises I'm doing. So we'll go a little bit more deep into. So I'm working on losing weight, but I have injuries that are almost 100% healed from the car accident. I still have a little thumb issue on my right hand still. But instead of just concentrating on losing weight now, I'm concentrating on like putting myself back together. So like
Yeah.
all the injuries I ever had, I'm trying to rehab those. I'm trying to give myself better flexibility than I ever had before. I'm like really trying to rebuild myself for lack of a better term. I'm trying to just not just get back to where I was, but get back to the best I can be
Yeah.
for who I am today.
A lot of those 5x5s are like calisthenics.
Yeah,
where
I do a
you'll
lot of
do-
calisthenics
You'll do
type stuff.
like you'll do 20 sit-ups, 20 push-ups, 10 burpees,
Yeah, that's too much
20
work.
jump ropes, and
I
then
don't do
you'll
that. It's too much.
run 50 yards, and then then you start another one. And
Yeah, it's too much work. I don't do that.
yeah.
I don't want to do that at all. That doesn't sound fun, Tim. Good for you, man. I've been
I'm gonna get a
walking a
quick
lot,
pour.
and I've been doing yoga. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing some
Hey,
yoga.
yoga's great for
and I've got-
flexibility, man.
We have a treadmill and a bike, like I said, and some free weights here at the house. So more of that kind of stuff is coming on. But
There you go.
mostly everything I've been doing has been diet and working on flexibility and rehabbing of injuries, not just the most recent injuries, but the
Yeah.
injuries that I never
Now-
quite figured out 20 years ago, 30 years ago.
I will suggest this for your weight training. Do lighter weights and more reps.
More repetitions. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for rehab.
Because you're wanting to burn. You're not wanting to build so much right now. You're wanting to get toned and
Yeah, I'm
burn.
recomping. I'm doing a recomp.
right.
So I'm losing
you go.
weight at the same time as adding some muscle. So
Yeah.
it really is, it's a drastic. I mean, you saw me 6 months after the accident,
Oh
the
gosh, yeah.
first time, and I had lost a bunch of weight, and then I lost a little bit more, and then you saw me this
Well, it's-
February.
yeah.
Wasn't much smaller, but definitely different, like shaped. Like the build was
Yeah.
different. So
That's right.
Whiskey Days is here. What's up, buddy? I worked out 6
Right.
days a week for 5 years. Haven't drank for 3 or 4 months, but still buying bottles. So it probably helps to take a break. I took a break last year, not through any choice of my own, but it was good to have that break. And I'm about to take one on purpose. This is going to be my first purposeful break from drinking whiskey since I've been involved in the Whiskey Tube community, which I guess is close to 6 years now. Probably is 6 years now. Goodness. What am I doing? Hanging out. That's what I'm doing.
Okay, so I lied. I grabbed 2 Bowmores.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, of course.
One's good, two's better.
Yeah, well, they were beside each other, and I'm like, maybe I should do a comparison here.
Oh,
So-
I'm beside myself. Sean Holgrove's here. What's up, Sean? Good to see you, man.
I grabbed the Vault Edition #1.
Oh yeah, that's
What
got
do you
it
need
left in the bottle. What's that left in the bottle? That's a good set. Good a bit. That's all right. You're still
So
all right.
cask strength, and it's ex first fill Jim Beam.
Oh,
I want to see how
interesting.
dark the other one is.
Yeah, that's the one I'm looking
And-
for too. I'm ready to close up again.
There it is. It's blended
yeah.
in.
Motor oil. That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, that looks delicious.
Yeah, they haven't made this one for 10 to 15 years.
Goodness, they're messing up. Bring that back.
How
Bring
long
that
have you
back.
had it, Donald?
Bring that back around June.
There you go. Back around you.
Actually, you know what? I should really pour you off a sample of this.
There you go.
How long have you had it?
I've had this bottle since, I want to say 2012, something like that.
Holy shit.
Damn.
Okay.
Damn, that's a good long time.
Yeah, and I bought like 5 of them, and I gave my grandmother 2. And my grandmother, of course, navigated through both of them because Bowmore is her favorite.
I like the navigated through both of them.
There
So,
you go.
Donald, you're not concerned with the amount of air that's in that bottle, along with the
No,
whiskey?
actually, no, because I will tell you, the cork is still great. I turn them upside down, keep them in good shape, and oh my God, yeah.
that
Like,
looked like a delicious sniff.
Yeah.
that's going to be a delicious pour.
That's a delicious sniff, I'm sure of it. William Hall. Oh, Drop D 6'2" and says he weighs it best at 190, feels the best at 195.
Hey, that's perfect, man.
Listen, when I went sub 190, which was around June last year, I think the first time I was sub 90 since 190 since the day me and Jen met.
Wow.
So me and Jen just had our 24th anniversary last Thursday. The last time I was in under 190, 189 was the day that me and Jen met. Now,
Wow.
I was more gigantic, 24 years ago.
Right.
But,
So I just poured this. I'm like, yeah, I'll start with that.
there you go. I was going to say, ramp it up. You want to start on like the 4th floor before you get to like the 11th floor.
Yeah. And honestly, if you want to get my grandmother waxing lyrical about whiskey, pour her Bowmore. Like, she did have a few bottles she didn't like during what was called the FWP era, otherwise known as the French Core perfume era, where Bowmore smelled like Chanel. And it was like, no.
Yeah.
No. But
Josh, I have checked out Gary Brecka. That's one of the people I've run across in all my time on YouTube. His philosophies and mine are probably aligned about 80%.
Yeah.
About 80%. There's no one I 100% align with, but I do take some of his mindset stuff to heart when it comes to how I'm approaching things.
There you go.
so Josh is asking about a 15-year U.S. exclusive Oban.
Well,
I saw that somewhere being advertised recently.
So Oban?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where did I see that?
right here.
Like at cask strength, oh my God, it can be orgasmic. You're just like, yes. And then you're cursing Diageo, like, why don't you put out more product like this? Like, God.
There you go. You need to gain some weight. Damon's been smoking a ton of sausages the past week. They'll put some weight on you. I did bratwurst and cheeseburgers on the grill tonight. Not for me.
Nice.
I didn't eat any of it. That was for everybody else. I had a chicken burrito. Recipes forthcoming. There'll be videos on all. So I'm serious. I'm gonna tell you guys what I'm doing, and then I'll put videos out. Like I'll just show you guys what I eat in a given day, and then I'll put the recipes and show you guys what it is I'm actually doing. Like even how to videos. Maybe not too long. Keep them short, but I already know a few people within the community that need that information from me, and I figure if I'm going to share it to one person, I might as well share it to as many people who want to see it. So that's
It's just so hard to let a good beer brought with some spicy brown mustard go by.
You want to know what I have? I have a very strong will, and that has really helped me out. Like I don't have many moments of weaknesses, but here's the thing: over the last year, when I'm craving pizza, what I've decided to do is just eat the damn pizza. Because if you don't, you'll end up snacking on everything but the pizza that you wanted.
Well, just go ahead and eat a slice or two, and
you can just have the pizza and
kill that craving. Yeah,
right. And I built into the program, like I say every 6 weeks I can do whatever I want for one day, and I almost never do anything really bad. But what I will do is I'll eat a 16-ounce New York strip and a fully loaded baked potato, and then I'll go to sleep for like 14 hours after that. It just puts me down. I get the best sleep I can get.
Oh gosh.
But like every 6 weeks or so I do that. And then I don't feel like I'm too depriving, or if I know, so I'm keeping up with things. So we'll get more into that in the actual channel change, but I'm keeping up literally with what I'm eating calorie wise, fat, protein. I'm just keeping up with all of it. So if I can fit a cheeseburger in my macros,
There
I'm
you
going to have
go.
a cheeseburger
Yeah,
because
make
I
it
like
work for you.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
I like it. And
Yeah.
it's a nice reward. And sometimes I'll even eat some French fries. But I know what I don't do anymore? I don't eat all the French fries anymore.
There you go.
I eat some of the
It
French fries.
satiates that
Yeah.
hunger that you have. Yeah.
I focus on the proteins because protein's the most filling and will keep you sustained the
Yeah.
longest.
That's
And
right.
then after I got my fill of the protein or whatever the dose of protein
Yeah.
is I'm having, if I have a few calories left in my macros, then I'm gonna have some French fries with it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not gonna hurt me.
So this is a must-buy bottle for you, Cheech. I think you'd love it.
Let me see the label so I can get a good look at it.
Vault Edition number 1.
Vault Edition number 1. Is that a current release?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, even Durrell, who doesn't like peat, it's a very, very soft peat at the back of the palate. Like it's very rounded.
The soft Pete, like Pete Rose sliding into first base.
No.
For your baseball fans.
No.
It basically, so think of it this way. If you had grilled pineapple, mango, and papaya on top of like a peat fire on a beach with the salt air.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds like something.
It sounds amazing. Yeah.
No, honestly, this is the first Bowmore I've had in a long time.
Yeah.
That's gone back to like that tropical fruit.
I love the tropical fruit thing.
Yeah.
I get that on some of the what are those? The Paul Johns?
Paul Johns. Yep.
Yeah, those get the tropical fruit, especially the grilled pineapple thing. I
Yeah.
get the
So
grilled pineapple.
Bowmore's characteristic from like, especially during the legendary era of the late 50s into the 60s and early 70s, was tropical fruit meets peat, and just bang.
Yeah.
And this has gone back to it. Like
I like the fruity thing with the peaty thing. I think that really works well.
It does. It's
Rob D. I know a lot of people. Here's the thing: is it didn't even register with me. I planned on making this change at the first of the month. That's all I've said. I'm just going to do it the first of the month. I'll announce it at the first Tuesday of the month. And like after I put the thumbnail up today, a couple people reached out to me. They're like, "Good one." They're like, they were convinced that I'm yanking your chain, but that's the real joke. Is that I'm not joking.
Yeah, I think the next Scotch stream we do, Cheech.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to pull out some more extreme scotches, like really.
Well, then I'm gonna have to go
weird
get some more extreme scotches, or somebody can send me. Say, I know plenty of people who have good scotches.
Yeah, and then
send me some.
also you have to
things.
pick up a couple of the Port Charlotte wine cask ones.
I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it.
Really?
I told you we won't see it till probably June.
Okay.
Yeah, that's generally how it is around here for that stuff.
Yeah.
I might be on the road doing something else. I always check stores when I'm
You
out of
might
town.
find one on the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damon is cooking up a bunch of chicken and pork butt to make into tamales. Oh yeah, sure.
Oh yeah.
Need to make 7 dozen tamales. Put me in for 2 more dozen.
Exactly.
Because they're small. You can eat a few of those. They're not hardly filling at all. Love me some tamales.
I think on Friday I'm actually.
What's going on, brother?
See, man. Cheers, man.
Doing my thing. Doing my thing on Tuesday night.
Cheers to you,
on Friday, I'm actually going to be working with the cook in the kitchen, since now my new role is like I'm officially in charge of like all the non-resident care stuff. So like cook, cleaners, building.
That's operations. That's good.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's always good about operations. You don't have to generally interact with people who aren't also in operations.
Right. That's
you can just keep to your crew and build a good team.
On Friday, I'm actually going to teach her how to make my Aunt Kate's pork chops, where you brown them and then braise them in a gravy with leeks and mushrooms. And, yeah.
They do exactly that same thing in the southern United States. It's just a little more, the smothered pork chops down here are a little bit more soul food type thing. Oh, I love the smothered pork chops though. So good.
Yeah. Well, the gravy's not quite as thick, because I remember having them as a kid when I would, stay in the summers in Scotland with her, and she'd make them. So it was a thinner gravy. So it wasn't like kind of like the building paste you get in some places.
Oh yeah. Well, but
Yeah.
it's probably not. Is it roux based or is it more like a
It's
some
so
sort of other emulsification?
it's basically starch based, like potato starch.
There you go. Okay.
So you put a little bit
okay.
in, so it's
Yeah.
not quite as thick.
Yeah.
But then you've got like your leeks and mushrooms, onions, and then your herbs like thyme, parsley, and just
Speaking of herbs, Herb Alpert turned like 90 years old or something.
Yeah, he did.
yesterday.
You
Something
did.
like
Tijuana
that.
Brass, man.
Old AF. What's
Yes.
up, Manny Martinez in the house? What's up, Manny? How
What's up,
far
Manny?
behind am I? I am 20 minutes behind. I've been steadily 20 minutes behind. I'm just going. I love Roy's recycled reviews as well. Aquavite, good stuff. Roy is the man. People know. Never comes on the
Yeah,
Whiskey
yeah.
Encore, though. You never see Roy over here.
Well, because
Yeah.
he's in bed by now.
Yeah, but by the time I finish most nights, he's probably at least awake.
Oh yeah.
He might be. Yeah.
I would think a man of his advancing years and the prostate issues, he's probably up all night every night. Sorry, Roy. Well, I'm trying to call him out of the woodwork. I figure if you talk shit enough, somebody shows up, right? Isn't that how it works? I can tell you how many people I've just mentioned and then they pop in the background. I'm like, oh, I probably should have kept my mouth shut. Probably not. Rick has been going from Whiskey Tube since November, was on max blood pressure medicine, started Ozempic, lost 35 off. All now you're off of all blood pressure medicine, off Ozempic for 2 weeks, 222 to 187 at 5'10". Yeah, I'm at around the
That's
same
great,
weight,
man.
around the same
There
height.
you go.
I know that feels good because I feel pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to admit, because my dietary habits have been pretty good. It was just sometimes I would eat too much. So in the summertime,
Portion control. Yeah.
yeah, because in the summertime I love Greek salads when all the vegetables are fresh and
Yeah.
seasonal. So I'd make village Greek salad. Use really good Greek feta, lots of Kalamata olives. The problem was not what I was eating, how much, because I could make a giant bowl like that, and then within the day it would be gone because I'd be constantly snacking on it.
Right.
And then my doctor was like,
It's grazing.
Yeah, basically grazing. He's like, yeah, stop that.
It's a salad. It's a 5,000 calorie salad.
Well,
salad.
yeah, well, it's because of the feta, right?
Right.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I mean, there's
And-
a few things in there that bump it up for sure.
Yeah, and because I make my own vinaigrette with olive oil and herbs and vinegar and
Yeah.
pretty healthy, but it's the cheese and then all the salt and everything and the olives.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Portion control is very important. I like to eat
Yeah.
foods, and I'll tell
Yeah.
people more about what foods those are soon. Not tonight, but on an upcoming thing.
There you go.
Food that is so volumetric that it's hard for me to get it all in. And I'm like, I have to get this protein in. I've got to eat all this because that's what my body needs to stoke the fire, kind of thing.
That's
But
right.
we'll get into that. Joey, I plan on bringing back movie night on Sunday nights. It could be as early as this Sunday, but more likely maybe the week after. And I don't know if we're going to do the voting on it like we've been doing on Discord, or we were doing on Discord. I think I'm just going to pick a movie, but promote it for the next week, like whatever I do, a stream
Right.
or Patreon and Discord. I'm definitely open for suggestions on what movies those can be. You can go to the Discord server and put in under Epic Movies, I think it is, or Movie Night or something. There should be like a suggest your favorite film type situation there. And then I'll pull from that and we'll just do that.
Cool.
Eric is wrong. On the phone be on a bit? That was 20 minutes ago, buddy. On a bit. There you go, James. No, Eric, he's quite serious.
No,
Really, I love this conversation. I'm just going to read this.
yeah.
Manny, how do you not have a coin? I thought I sent you a coin with a glass a year ago.
Apparently Eric's in the back now.
Yeah, I know. I'm leaving him back there.
Okay.
Hey, Bobby. What's up, Bobby? What's up, Eric?
What's up,
How's it going?
Eric looks like a park
Come on,
ranger.
Bobby.
What's up,
Guys,
Eric? What's up, Bobby?
This isn't a park ranger hat. This is a hell of a nice Western style hat. I
There you
paid
go.
$25 for it, and it's worth $400.
There you go.
Nice.
It's a good investment for
Buy
your
low
dome.
and sell high.
What's up, Bobby?
Not much, buddy. How you doing, Cheech?
I'm pretty good. Hold on. I see more people popping in the chat. I'm good, man. I hope you're well. Eric, good to see you too, buddy.
You too.
What y'all sipping on?
I'm drinking Four Roses 100 proof single barrel.
Okay.
And I am doing Blade and Bow.
Okay. Cool. Thanks, Richie. I think I'm just gonna pick a movie for the amateur. Which amateur? Who here's an amateur? Who was just playing it in the background? It's okay. It's okay. Richie just wished me a happy anniversary.
That
It was
was
me and
me.
Jen's anniversary last Thursday.
There you go.
That was me.
Ed,
I'm trying
Put
to
you in
fold it.
timeout.
And I hit the mute button and it went.
what is this madness?
Oh,
All right. There you go, Cheech. Just poured some.
Oh, see, that's what
Oh,
I've
man.
been waiting for. Hold on, let's solo that so everybody who hasn't seen it can see that
good gracious.
dark loveliness.
Yep.
That is dark.
That's
That
got
Wow.
is-
first filled
That's browner than the label is.
That's true. Who
Yep.
flung dung here? What's up, buddy? Cheers, Cheech and all. Sipping on some Russell's 15 tonight, preparing to join you on your fitness journey. I'll be shopping though. Got to keep appearances. Yeah, I'm gonna stop buying whiskey. I'm just gonna
Yeah.
put it on pause. It's on pause for a little bit.
Yeah. So
Eric, I agree with you. I'm not going to repeat it, but I'm going to put it on the screen. And yes, burpees are not my favorite.
No, I hate them.
Not
I've
gonna do
been
them.
I've been
I
going
hate them
to
too.
I've been going to a Crunch Fitness gym. My dad got me a membership at that, and I do the high intensity training, and they want to do burpees, and I'm like, if you keep doing those, I'm not coming back. I'll just go.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do it to weed out people who really want to get in shape.
Yeah, the high intensity interval training.
Yeah,
But I'm
Let's
actually
do burpees.
from all the weight that I lost, I've actually put some back on. I'm about 190 now,
there you go. You needed to put a little bit back on.
and I've got some arms.
Oh,
again.
look at that! Hold on, old man guns.
Old man guns. That's right.
Look at that.
There we
stuff.
go.
There you go.
That's what I'm
Good for you,
saying.
man.
Good for you.
Yeah, they're not quite that big yet, but I'm gonna be there.
You
I'll-
getting
can't
there,
do
man.
this 'cause
You
I'm
getting
having
there.
a shoulder issue, so I can't even lift my arm. That's about it. That's about
Are
it.
you playing drums anymore? Or are you
No,
still
I'm not currently playing drums, but that could come back soon. Stay tuned. It'll be on the Fitness Encore channel.
Okay, cool.
Eric Isaacson's here. What's up, Eric? Good to see you.
So I
Cheers
think
to
you
you.
answered my question I was going to ask.
Yep.
You know what you're going? You're going to Fitness Encore?
So what I'm gonna do, Bobby, I'll catch everybody up because a bunch of people did just join. I saw a bunch of people come in. So this is not an April Fool's joke. First of all, I just
I
picked
thought it
one.
was.
Well,
It's
it's after
definitely
April
not.
1st for me, so I figured it must be
Yeah.
true.
So it's not April Fool's thing. So it's true. What I want to do, so over the last year since the car accident I was in last March, I've lost about 50 pounds, give or take a couple pounds either way. And I have a goal that I was trying to reach within a year. It's been a little over a year. It's been a year and a week so far. I think by the end of May, I will be able to hit that goal. But right now, staying up super late on Tuesdays, drinking mass quantities of alcohol, and then binge eating afterwards is kind of like antithetical to my goals. It's just
Sounds like
a
the
little-
dream life.
Yep.
What did I miss?
I don't know. I was just listening to you, so that's okay. Keep going.
So- Oh, anyway, it's just slightly in the way, and I think it's just enough that's impeding me from reaching those goals. So in the short term, yes, I'm going to focus more on health and fitness, and I'm going to bring people along for the journey. Anybody who wants to be part of it or pay attention to it, I'm just going to do it, and I'll put out some content on that, including what I'm eating, when I'm eating it, why I'm eating it, and how to make it. I'll even do like some recipes and stuff like that, just so people see what's. Bobby, I haven't seen you in person in a few years. We both have changed.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Bobby's
even,
beard's gotten a lot older.
yes, mine
I've got
too,
no
but I
problem.
refuse to show you guys. Anyway, so yeah, that's really what I'm doing. Trying to get it better. Trying to make the best
So you're
version of
gonna call
Cheech I
it
can
good.
make. I think that's just the best way to do it. Like the best thing I can do to appreciate the community around me that helped me out so much is to be the best version of me I can be. So that's what I'm going to focus on in the short term. And then after I hit my goal weight, I'm going to go back to being a heathen.
Yeah. You know what?
So,
Might as well, right?
so you're going to call it Fitness Encore?
No, I mean, maybe, but probably not. It's probably not going to do that, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Right now, if you go search my channel, there are none of my contents there. It's all going right now. That's
Oh,
not a
really?
permanent thing. That's just something I did in the heat of the moment. I'll bring some of it back pretty soon, but I want to refocus what I'm doing and just bring people along for the ride.
Right on.
That's
Gotcha.
it.
How young are you, Cheech?
I am 55
Oh,
as of
okay.
last week. So
Well, happy belated.
thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
God, that
For
is
some reason, I thought you were younger, a lot younger than me, not just 4 years.
No, it's just that I look so good.
Yeah, well, okay.
I've just been told. I've been told I'm a good looking guy.
You are.
That's what I'm talking about.
You a damn good looking guy.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
hell.
All that good, clean, healthy living. All right, hold on. Damon is still telling us about his meat. Let's go. Let's talk about Damon's meat. He smoked 20 pounds of andouille, 13 pounds of jerk beef. There you
Jamaica
go.
jerk beef.
Yeah,
I saw
Jamaican.
Jamaican.
It's supposed to be Jamaican, and right, KNN. Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Jamaican jerk beef and 7 pounds of Nashville hot chicken with goat cheese and homemade ranch. Be collabing with a couple of food trucks soon with some special. Oh, there you go. There you go. Yeah, buddy.
The Andulian jerk beef sounds
Yes, it does.
Amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that does
It
sound
does.
pretty good.
Yeah.
You don't like hot chicken, Darrell?
Well, I do. I'm not a fan of goat cheese. In
Okay.
ranch.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
the
I
chicken,
get
the
that.
chicken itself.
Yeah, I'm not a dipping sauce on anything kind of guy. So if the wings are good, I'm good with the wings the way they are. So.
Mhm.
I'm good with the hot chicken as long as it ain't got no pickles on it.
Oh, I'm talking about a sandwich.
I love your disdain for pickles.
Dude,
I love pickles.
stand them,
I
man.
love pickles too. We go through jars of pickles.
To
in
me,
this
the
house every
pickle is
month.
the
Multiple.
bastard child of the damn cucumber. So
Well, that's
It's a better version of it.
bastard child, better version, same thing. Same thing.
exactly. Yeah.
What's up, Tony Bag of Donuts? You can cheers me. I'm cheersing. I have some slightly alcoholic kombucha in my
There you go.
whiskey glass. So that's what we're doing.
Drinking wine.
Drinking wine tonight is your part of your April Fool's joke. Maynard's. Oh yeah, Maynard from Tool is that's cool. Caduceus Cellars 2022 Judith, named after the Tool song of the same name. Judith.
So, Cheech, can I ask a question?
Yes, in the form of a super chat.
In your fitness journey, what's your goal?
Weight wise.
I mean, is it a weight thing? Is it
Right now? Well, I've already gotten all my biomarkers, my blood work back, and they're the best they've ever been. I want to get them a little bit better.
Yeah.
So blood work. I'm not on any medications at all. Goal is not just weight loss, but also some muscle gain as well over the same period. I mean, I've gained some muscle since, over the last year anyway.
Yeah.
I'm gaining muscle again, that kind of thing. But, it's harder to do the older you get. I figure this is probably my last shot at doing any of that kind of stuff. But right now, the weight goal is the most pressing. I think I can hit the weight goal in short order if I just concentrate on that for the next couple months and not a lot of other extraneous stuff. I'm only about 20 pounds away from where I want to be.
Tanner,
Oh, that's not bad.
I've already lost almost
on the
50.
wall
So
and bring me that charger.
that's
I'm about 100
direct in traffic,
pounds away from
air
my
traffic.
I'm 117 pounds from where I once was.
Yeah. No, I'm
But the last time, like right before I went on, and started with YouTube and that stuff, I had lost like 123 pounds right before that.
Wow.
So I put a lot on because I kind of got to that point where it was cool, great, whatever. And then I kind of went through this phase of I don't care, like whatever.
Yeah. I've been there.
Fell in a swamp where I just had a hard time getting motivated, didn't care.
Yep.
And so I just started back.
Well, welcome aboard. Let's get it done.
Yeah. So it's been good because like when you have a lot, you can lose a lot fast.
Right. That's my thing. Is this last 20 is like
the
little bit.
The last 20 is brutal.
And that's what I'm looking at is like 60 days of brutality. I'm put myself through it and get there. And then I think I'll be pretty good. I've done pretty well as far as like maintaining of a loss of 45 pounds plus for the last 6 months. So I kind of have a new baseline set at around 183 pounds.
Okay.
So lose another 20 to 22 pounds. I'm looking for 165 to 167 is my goal weight. So,
Oh, nice.
and then I think I'll be done. I think I'll be good at that size.
I think I was that in like, I don't know, 7th grade.
Yeah. It's been since like that, since I've been like sub 80, 180. So yeah.
Man.
Cheers to BT. Good to see you, Brian.
Guys, if you can find a dusty of that Bullmore, buy it.
All right, here's what I need you to do, Donald. This is how I find old whiskey like that. I need you to go to Big Vic and say, find Cheech this bottle and send him a
Yeah,
link. Because
actually,
it's somewhere in California, I'm sure.
yeah,
It's somewhere just
I'm
laying
pretty
around.
sure. Yeah, like, okay, you know what? I'll do that actually.
Yeah, that might be the way to find it. That's how I got the PACO1.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I'll take another one of those if we can find it. Just saying.
yeah.
Hey, what's up? It's good to see you. Sierra's was here for my meetup. I got to actually hang out with Sierra in person, and that was pretty awesome. We had some pretty
Is
cool new
that-
people.
So is that because there was a Sierra a while back, but she wasn't the Whiskerian, was she? Wasn't there?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
same-
Sierra. Yeah,
Same here. Yeah.
Because
Sierra.
there was a Sierra that came to my house, and I gave her some whiskey and stuff like that, and we had a good time. Is that the same Sierra?
I don't know. Sierra, have you ever been to Bobby's house in Ohio?
There was.
Hey, look who's here. Clickbait. Mike Stahl's here.
Hey, Mike.
Sorry, Mike. Didn't mean to ruin it for you. It's not clickbait. That's the best. That's the best April Fool's
I will say,
joke at
though,
all. Just tell people the
It
truth.
really is.
I got off of FaceTime and I was looking to see what's out there, and yeah, okay, so it's the same Sierra. So yeah, I saw this like the end of the Cheat Chain. I was like, whoa, hold on, I got to run over here and jump on YouTube real quick.
There you go.
Yeah, that's right. Come hang out for a bit while I'm still around.
All right.
I shut it down.
Yeah, it was nice because Sierra was able to come by, and I was able to have her leave with some stuff that she wasn't able to get.
Oh, okay, that's cool. So Weller.
So just
Wait, she's in Texas. She could probably get well.
I don't know I don't remember what it was, but I know it was things.
Yeah, thanks. Exactly. Manny's down from 242 to 208. That's solid.
that's good. Yeah.
That's good.
So just quick announcement on Sunday, Mike's going to be at his son's wedding, so I'm going to be guest hosting Live Wire Whiskey.
Oh, is that still around?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it's still around.
Oh, awesome. Sunday at 9 Eastern. Is that correct?
Yeah, 7 o'clock. Yeah. 7 o'clock
Okay.
my time. 7 o'clock my time, 9 o'clock Eastern.
Gotcha.
Cool.
There you go. Sunday night. Be up against Encore movie night. Kidding. Not this weekend. All right. Damon said the cheese was frozen, cubed, then tossed in ranch, then mixed with the chicken after 2 trips through the grinder, and then piped in the natural casings. Oh, he made it into a sausage.
Ooh. Smoked
So-
3.5 hours with mulberry.
Mulberry. Okay.
Yeah, but that's he said a hot chicken, like Nashville hot chicken, ground up in the grinder with cheese, and then tossed in the ranch.
So if
Okay.
anybody knows the answer to this question, I'm
Interesting.
curious. If Nashville hot? That shit ain't hot. Is that just a flavor in the name? Because it ain't hot.
I think it's
That's
the
what
way
it
they
is.
go about it. So my understanding is Nashville hot is they put a bunch of peppers and stuff into the breading, they fry it, and then they use the fry oil to make the sauce.
They
Ah.
do. Yeah.
'Cause I
So
know it's
that's-
not hot. It's tasty.
It's tasty,
Well,
but I don't think it's
but
super hot. You want hot, you go get some Korean fried chicken.
Mhm.
Well, and it also depends also on the style, from what I understand. Like, because some will use hotter peppers, some will use milder peppers, so it depends.
Yeah, and it's not-
Korean, again, it's like, is it gochujang? Is it like
Yeah,
tempeh?
that's the base at least. The gochujang.
Gochujang is,
Yeah.
is the base, yeah.
But then you
It's
get some
not
that really put in their own hot chili oils
Yeah.
and things like that to really spike it up and burn you twice.
yeah.
I make a what's the damn it, the cabbage.
Kimchi.
Kimchi. I
yeah.
make kimchi, but I take the extra hot New Mexico red chilies that are roasted, and I'll put them in with the kimchi and let that ferment for a while.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I played around with peppers a couple of years ago, growing them at work, and I decided, I was going to be bold. I'm like, Holokia ghost peppers. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
And then habaneros. Yes.
Scorpions.
Scotch bonnets.
Scorpions.
So I ended up doing a pepper
Good night,
sauce
Mike.
of like
Mike.
jalapenos, Scotch bonnets, habaneros, and ghost peppers.
Damn, that's going to
And-
burn twice.
Well, even when it was going in the blender, I was tearing. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my God, what am I doing here? This is torture. I had residents at work that could take a spoonful and go,
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
and nothing.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have done like a hot challenge during COVID, like because I got original.
I haven't seen that, Anthony. I
I got original COVID
All right, here
and
we
I
go.
couldn't taste or smell anything.
Good morning.
Fucking up.
So you were going to cheat.
Sorry, couldn't hear.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, I
I
would
thought I
have
was
cheated.
muted
Yeah.
on my end.
I mean, is that
Apologies.
cheating like when Homer ate the Guatemalan insanity pepper?
Yeah. And then he saw Johnny Cash as a coyote.
Yeah, the coyote played by
Yeah.
Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
But
That's
remember,
right.
like he was like drinking candle wax
Yeah.
to coat his mouth.
Honestly, that was one of my favorite Simpsons moments.
That is my favorite episode of The Simpsons.
Yeah,
And
because
John-
he's like, find your soulmate.
Find your
Homer.
soulmate, Homer.
Find your soulmate.
Been here the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Johnny Cash cameo. That's so good. Oh, Bobby dropping down almost enough for me to get a protein shake.
That's not
Exactly.
bad about.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. I can tell you, I have had to buy like some specialty foods or foods that would normally not be what I would have bought, just to hit certain things in the dietary requirements, mostly protein. So, like, I try to get. I'll give you guys a little secret. I try to get 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. So at 184 pounds today, my goal was 184 grams of protein. I fell short, but only
That's
by
a-
about 20 grams. So I
that's a
got
lot
the
of
80
protein.
percentile. It is a lot of protein and it keeps me full and satiated. And with that, it doesn't make me crave sweets and carbs as much. But I
And it
still
also
eat
gets-
carbs. I eat carbs every day. I eat fat every day.
It'll get you into ketosis too. That much protein will
Well,
get you into ketosis and burn off fat.
But I think it just goes to show, like, because my background, with cooking, it's like it's all about balance. So if you're gonna have
That's true.
if you're gonna have a good pasta, then don't have a huge portion, but like make it good. Like make it
Yeah, really
know-
make fresh pots. If you're gonna make
exactly.
pasta.
Or
That's-
no, well, fresh pasta is not necessarily the best.
Well, if you're good at making it, it is.
No, it's not, because it depends on the style. And
Okay,
everything.
okay. Most people here are gringos. I know we're speaking the wrong language. Most people here are getting one of 3 pasta noodles, and they buy at the store. They're either buying spaghetti, maybe
So-
they'll buy fettuccine or linguine, and then they'll buy some sort of tube or twisted.
Yeah, but
roast.
but here's the thing. So fettuccine is actually great for carbonara when dried, but when you're making other styles of pasta, then it's better fresh.
Yeah, I'm more of a rustic kind of guy when it comes to my pasta.
I want to make the
Yeah.
carbonara, but I can't find the ham for it. It's really hard to find that.
You want
ham.
to get guanciale. You want to get
Guanciale?
jowl bacon.
Yeah.
Sometimes
so,
it's this labeled
Yeah.
as jowl bacon, but that's what it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
it's jowl bacon, and
Yeah.
for a while it was banned in the United States.
You can get it at Walmart.
Can you really?
Yes. So if you look in the frozen fresh section where they keep like pork and pork loins,
Yeah.
Okay.
and-
generally at the far end of that, there's like a couple of little like small packaged hams,
Hog jowls.
and you got to check. And every once in a while, you can find the jowl
yeah.
bacon.
Uncured hog jowl.
Yeah. Like it like fettuccine Alfredo is best with fresh made pasta, but if you're doing carbonara, use dry.
See, I don't consider fettuccine Alfredo as Italian food.
It is because let me tell you. So
Bobby,
here's
what the
thing.
heck? I'm gonna eat a steak, Bobby. Guaranteed. I'll send you a picture when I do.
Hey, what happened to the good old days when we help someone out with a super chat when they're trying to do something? I listen. Protein, you need steak.
It's expensive. Proteins are
I
expensive.
eat
Yeah.
I want to hear what Donald has to say. So let's not go down that road until Donald explains himself
Yeah, but
about how fettuccine is Alfredo is somehow Italian.
so
Yeah.
it is non-Italian in the U.S., but the original fettuccine Alfredo was created at Alfredo's in Rome in the 20s.
Right.
And it only involved butter, Parmigiano Reggiano, pasta water as an emulsifier.
Right.
That's what created the
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 Alfredo
sauce.
sauce. Yeah.
Yeah. But in the US, it's like a bastardized version with like chicken breast and shrimp and cream and every other ingredient that every other, stupid, upper class soccer mom's like, oh, well, I'm going to Olive Garden. I'm going to have Alfredo. Like, no.
It's soupy macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. T Rob, are you still muted? If I muted you, it was an
finally
accident.
figured out, I don't know, for some reason I was muted down on the bottom of the screen. But
if I did,
saw
I
it.
might have clicked on something on accident when Bobby dropped the 50 on me. I kind of can't remember the last time I saw a $50 super chat. It's been a bit.
And I will say,
Bobby, thanks, man. I will go buy steak.
honestly,
There you
if you're gonna eat more steak, don't buy the stupid prime cuts like
No.
filet.
I've been a fan of flat iron steaks lately.
Tri-tip.
Flat iron's great.
Yes.
Tri-tip.
Right?
Try
Yeah. Try.
Okay, so flat
Denver
iron,
steaks. Flat irons are good.
yeah, flat irons, hanger steaks, which
Hanger,
are
yep.
near the
Skirt
kidney,
steak.
Hangers are good.
skirt, flank.
Flank.
I love a good flank.
But
Yeah.
there's one cut. There's one cut that I love above all of them all because it's so challenging to cook. So you've got to either braise it or sear it so fast, get it right, and then get it on a plate. And it's called the paleron, the chicken steak in French. Because the French cut along a lot of more seams than American and
Yeah, they do
British
seam
butchers do.
butchery. Yeah, seam butchery. Yeah.
So the
They
paleron.
get different cuts,
Oh man, when you put that on top of a salad of like frisee and other greens with
Yeah.
a bit of lardo with bacon, and then make a vinaigrette. Oh man!
Okay, so lardo is that's the dried cured pork fat, right?
So it's basically when you cook down any kind of bacon into like the crispy bits.
Yeah.
You've got, that much meat and that much fat. Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds
Chicharrones.
delicious. Yes.
It's called chicharrones.
Just go feed Cheech. Go feed it to Cheech.
It's
Donald,
called
the only thing I
cracklings
heard
around
is
here.
put bacon on steak. You could do without all the worthless other shit.
That's
Lettuce.
No, you need the lettuce. You do.
No, you don't.
Yeah, you do.
Worthless. It's worthless. It doesn't.
No, it's not.
All right.
Thing.
Listen, everybody's got different dietary requirements. I know this for a fact because I have 5 people that live in my house and I cook for all of them. We all have different dietary requirements. And some people do really good eating lots of greens. And I'm not one of those persons. I love a
I'm
good
not
salad,
either. Yeah.
but I don't do well eating lots of greens. I do pretty good eating like fruit more than vegetables. So that just works better for me.
roasted romaine hearts. Those are good. Roasted romaine hearts with a homemade vinaigrette.
You're talking like a wedge salad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My
Do
dad.
you go get a wedge salad right after Pilates class?
Yeah.
I'm just joking, buddy. Where are all the headbands? Where are the headbands? I don't know what that means. Like, oh, no, that's not till tomorrow's workout session,
There you go.
Emily. Should I get some leg warmers too?
Absolutely, man. You got to have the leg warmer.
Let's get
So,
physical.
Actually,
I have a mental block in my head for that song because that's one of the songs that I had to play in that last cover band. So I'm good with. Not that I don't love Olivia Newton-John. I love Olivia Newton-John,
Yeah.
but
Z-Man, that's what I'm talking about.
Z-Man, thanks, Ed. Thanks, buddy. I
Hey,
appreciate
what
it.
you all about, man?
Already doing it. That's what's going on. Cheech prompted me with filet mignon with eggs for breakfast. Egg breakfast you mentioned a couple of years ago. Yeah.
Definitely.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with steak and eggs for breakfast.
Steak and eggs is
yeah, but
delicious.
filet mignon.
Sounding like, okay, Damon says, sounding like Donald and I should not be left alone together. He seems to totally know how to eat. Donald is
Y'all be cooking y'all's ass
he's an
off.
Epicurean. Did I use the right word? Are you an Epicurean? Is that the correct
Epicurean.
word? How's my vocabulary tonight?
Well, I mean, I've been classically trained, so yeah.
There you
guess
go.
so.
That's right.
He's not Epicurious. He's
I was gonna say,
Epicurean.
I thought that's what you were going. I was like, what the heck?
That was
He knows what he's doing.
My parents were going to open an Italian restaurant.
I
and
mean,
then
I'm
they
sure there
decided
could be
they
a lot of
weren't
things
making
worse than
enough money,
that, but
so
you know.
Yeah.
I was going to go to culinary school in Italy if they'd opened the Italian restaurant.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
well, I honestly don't even go to culinary school. It's a waste of time
It
because
kind of is at this point. You can learn everything you need to learn off the internet.
And I have basically.
And also, I would say,
Practice your knife skills, people.
yeah, so knife skills and all this bullshit where they're like, you have to learn this, and this. It's like, you know what? I don't want to cook in a Michelin star restaurant. Like, don't fucking bring it on to me. Like,
Yeah.
Donald's prepared for the knife fight. I'm just letting you know. You know, they keep pushing him the way he is. It's going to get all stabby.
no, it's like even when
You're
I
right,
was
though.
doing,
Too much frou-frou, not enough hands-on. Like, I think you're better off just cooking all the time. So my brother's a classically trained chef. My brother
Yeah.
went to multiple culinary schools, including Johnson and Wales and the Culinary Institute in America.
okay,
And then
so
he moved to
CIA,
and then he moved to Austria for a year just to learn how to make pastry. He literally moved to Austria. He will tell you that I'm a better cook than he is.
Oh,
Like when it comes to making a meal with whatever ingredients are on hand, I'm gonna best him 99 times out of 100.
well, and this is the whole thing. Like I tell a lot of younger cooks that I've come in contact with. I'm like, go to school, learn the basics, but don't drink the Kool-Aid.
I think that's any higher education though.
Like, because the whole thing is, okay, you want to work with Rene Redzepi in Denmark at the
Good night,
World's
Doc.
Top restaurant, then
Good night, Doc.
You're going to put in 75 hours a week for like minimal pay.
Yeah.
And they're going to use and abuse you during that.
Well,
that time.
absolutely.
Well, they're not going to abuse you, but they're going to use your skill. But most people aren't going out to those restaurants. Like, don't dream about that. Start small,
Right.
build up. Like, build your skill set up honestly. Like,
Get yourself a job at the Ruby Tuesday.
Wow.
They got a vast menu with lots of different items. You'll have to learn to make them
there
all.
you go. Beep, 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 beep,
Yeah,
beep,
exactly.
beep,
Yeah.
yeah. But
Yes.
it's like honestly. So when I got into the culinary field, I never really wanted to go Michelin star. My whole thing was, I was interested in how they ate in bistros in France, pubs in England, trattorias in Italy, different kind of small joints in Greece or Spain, Portugal. So I kind of adapted that and was like, well, since you've got this, training, you can elevate it. Can people do it at home? Not exactly. So that's why they have to come to your restaurant. So they get the home flavors with the elevated technique and everything.
And butter.
Yeah, and butter.
Because
Exactly.
that's how restaurants win. They put
Yeah.
butter in everything.
Well, and the thing is like you got to make your own butter. Like just make your own butter. It's
Well,
super
most
easy.
restaurants are not making their own butter.
No, they're not.
So
You might get
so-
one or two specialties that are next to a dairy farm or something that might.
So I have my
Right, yeah.
for Christmas I bought my middle daughter Belle, which you know who Belle is. Belle got
I do hope she's well.
she's doing great. And she got into like being really like all natural everything. And I told her, I was like, hey, I need you to make us butter. Because making butter is one ingredient. And it's like really simple. And she did it, and she's like, Dad, this is the best butter I've ever had in my entire life. I said, because it's all natural. It's really nothing but this. And she's like, I had no idea. It was literally nothing but that. Like, why does it turn yellow? I said, I don't know, but it does.
I have a really good friend who she was cordon bleu trained, but then she came home and started her own food truck and did a whole bunch of like wild stuff that is really good. And then her last 3 years, she's been a NASCAR chef. She cooks for the drivers.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what she does.
Gravy. No, I'm just kidding.
No, God, man, she's put stuff on there. Those guys eat good.
Nice.
Richie's bringing it back to whiskey. Wrapping up with a blue spot tonight. That's solid. Oh,
That is.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Cheech, I'm going to jump off, man. I got to
Hey,
get
it's
in the
probably a
bed.
good idea. I'm wrapping up in 15 minutes. So.
I'm gonna go take my pain pill and make it to the bed before I go.
All right,
sleep.
buddy.
All right, sir.
Heal up. Heal up.
brother.
I will. Good to see everybody. Y'all
Stop
take
showing
care.
all the gory
Cheers.
pictures. It makes me squeamish.
Cheers, bro.
It's Josh Palmer Block.
Cheers, T-Rob.
All right, Tim. Good to see you, buddy.
So, actually, Cheech, for my nightcap pour, what should I pour? Something epic or?
Epic. Always
Is that
epic.
even a question?
I was gonna say after what you've had though, that first fill sherry.
I've got more epic than that. So
I know, but where do you go after that? Is my thing. Like, do you go Super Pete now?
I could.
I mean, you're at that point in the night. It's probably not a bad idea to go something Super Pete. Now, would that be something Port Charlotte, or do you
Octomore or
Octomore?
Lefroy.
I would. Is it a Lefroy night? I don't think it's a Lefroy night. Not when I'm wrapping up in 14 minutes.
It's always Lefroy night, actually.
Well, don't let me twist your arm on that.
You can't be wrong with Lefroy. Lefroy.
You ruined the night.
I mean, Lefroy lore is one of the greatest non-aged
Yeah, dude.
whiskeys
I
ever
agree.
made.
I agree.
I gave it away.
Kaulila unpeated
You're
is
not-
good too.
Darrell, you're not like a peated whiskey dude?
No,
No.
he's not.
Dude, I'll tell you what. We need
Here
to
goes. Bobby's going to change your opinion.
I can absolutely change your opinion
There's
on
no
that.
way.
I guarantee.
The closest I'm gonna get to Pete is some Campbelltown, and I can do that.
Oh, Campbelltown. Okay, done.
Now Donald knows what he's going to pour next.
I'll pour a Cable Town with you.
I can't
I
do
got
that. I
that
can't do
behind
Pete.
me. So, the thing is, so like this is what I've done with people that I've worked on with this, right? 'Cause I've dealt with this. I mean, I'm serious. I've spent time teaching this, right? It's just the idea of you have to have like a compartmentalization, right? You're looking at like
I never compartmentalize anything. It's the
So you
worst
look
way to
at,
deal
like,
with stuff.
you smell, sometimes you spend too much time on aroma, right? Because you're going to get whatever you get with peat, right? Everybody has their different notes they like and dislike. Most time, if someone's really hated peat, they're so focused on what they dislike that they blow over all the things that are nice.
Yep.
So if you sit there and say, "Wow, I get this iodine road Band-Aid, so whatever it is, I don't really care."
Sadness.
Say that like, well, okay, I got that. I don't like that.
Yeah.
And realize that you don't like that. Then you have to be like, but what do I taste? Not what do I smell? And then on your palate, you're going to find this whole bouquet of fucking fruits, like
Yep.
really fruity. And eventually that thing that you hate is going to really dissipate away. It'll still be there, but it won't be prominent because behind the Lefroy,
I don't know.
am I wrong? Behind the
No,
Lefroy,
I'm just saying
it's fruits. It's fruits.
what I know about Darrell.
I know,
one
but
of the chief pieces of knowledge I know about Darrell is that nope on Pete.
I'm telling you. I'm telling
It's a
you,
no.
once you find it though, you're like, I never.
I
noticed
love
that
Pete.
was there.
I never knew I loved Pete, but I love Pete.
And Anthony from Bourbon Neophyte and Greg got me through my dislike of, and I drank a Lefroy 10.
Yeah.
And they made me focus like Cheech did on the Play-Doh taste of triple mash. they made me focus on the fruit, and the thing I ended up tasting the most is all of a sudden that peat flavor in Lefroy was smoked salmon. It was really good smoked salmon along with some fruit.
It kind of once you find the fruit, once you focus on getting to the point of you finding a fruit palette, that smoke kind of dissipates a little bit.
Yeah, that fruit's lost, Bobby.
Fell into the fire.
Don't make me, you're not that far away from me. I don't think. Where are you at, Grell? You're in like
Island.
Rhode Island? And I ain't that far.
Yeah. Emily said, "Do not insult Ruby Tuesday's pumpernickel croutons. No offense meant to the croutons."
Pumpernickel means devil's fart.
Hey, I just
far
bottled
off.
my pumpernickel rye.
That's good stuff.
Nick is the devil.
that
and
is good
Pumper
stuff.
is a fart.
Yeah, that
Gunderson's
Middle-
wrapping it up with a PMCO1. Oh, buddy, I would join you, except for I'm not drinking, whiskey tonight.
Pomerol cask. Oh, man.
Whiskey's good for you.
All right.
Hey, Bobby, since you had that's the Middle West, right?
Yeah, the Middle West Pumpernickel Rye cask strength.
Do you know about this one, the Two Souls?
Yeah,
The Pumpernickel Rye cask strength.
I know about
Middle
it.
West,
I
and
haven't
then
had
double
it.
barreled.
I haven't had it, but I've heard about it.
that looks lovely.
It is certainly lovely.
That's a good
What's the
bottle.
don't
proof
drink
on
much of
that?
it.
122.
Two Soul Spirits double barreled pumpernickel rye from sourced from Middle West Spirits. So basically the bottle that Bobby just showed,
Yeah.
but at cask strength, as I guess it's not technically a single barrel, I don't think. Let me check.
So mine's
No.
125.3.
So this one's 126.7, but this was taken out of that barrel and then put into a second barrel, so double barreled.
Wow.
All right.
But I
So
can't drink
here,
it. So. But it is delicious. I'll drink it soon.
What do you got over there?
Hero level Campbelltown.
Oh, nice.
15.
Glen Scotia
Glen Scotia.
15.
Oh my goodness.
That's a nice pour, Dom.
It is one of the best values in Scotch still. Like, come on.
To this day.
Yeah,
Donald, have you ever had the famous grouse Smoky Black?
I have.
Is it good?
It's decent. Yeah.
I mean, it's not a real expensive one. I didn't realize I've only ever had the bargain basement famous grouse, and now I've learned that famous grouse they've got one whiskey that's $237.
Yeah, they got a wide range. So,
Yep.
Damon says, I'll try peated, but I've had way too many heavy peat that tastes like licking the shovel used to clean out a horse stall.
Never tasted one of those, but okay.
I was gonna say if that exists, Donald would have a shelf full of it.
Yeah.
Probably right.
Yeah. I mean,
Little
I-
farm,
I
I never
have-
heard anyone.
well, I've
There's nothing wrong
got
with
all the
barley.
I've got all the bear barleys. I've had all of the Flokies.
Mm.
Peated doesn't taste like shovel licking, although the Floki gets really close, like
not far off.
not far off.
Yeah. Cass 529. What's up, buddy?
So, hey, there's some people in here that's had some drinks, and I've ran across a couple lately that I found to be really weird. Have you ever had, and this is to anybody listening, have you ever had a whiskey? I don't care if it's a rye, Scotch, whatever it is, that the signature profile on it was dirt. I've had two of them lately that it was literally just the only thing I could say is the profile was dirt.
Like soily.
No, it literally tastes like dirt.
Yeah.
Lots of terroir in that one.
So
Yeah.
I'm just curious, Donald, if you've had that,
So I've had a couple of scotches that have tasted kind of like
Minerally?
kind of minerally, where it's like you've got like the mouth feel is like you're like, oh, I'm chewing on something, and then you get like all these kind of weird like mineral notes, and then all of a sudden
Dickel.
it's like I'm chewing on like roots or something. What the hell's going on here? Like it's
I had one that was so earthy that it was like it literally only reminded me of exactly dirt.
okay.
When you've been let's say you're playing baseball or you're out four-wheeling or whatever, and it's like
Yeah,
really
or
dry, and you have nothing but like dust and all that stuff, and you get like a really what you
Okay.
call like a dirt mouth.
Yeah, no,
I've had that, and I'm just like trying to come up with in my best expression, I don't know why, but I've had a couple of them that I'm like, dude, I taste dirt more than I taste anything.
Yeah, I've had a couple of whiskeys where it's been like after I've been tackled in rugby and had my face
yep.
dragged around in the ground, and I'm
Exactly.
like, it's like
That sounds like fun.
So the only thing I can think of right offhand that tastes like dirt to me is a bowl full of black-eyed peas. Tastes
Yeah.
like dirt. That literally tastes like dirt. And I like to eat everything. That's one of two foods that I do not like: black-eyed peas and cooked
And
cauliflower.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I,
I hate cauliflower. God, it is the blandest, nastiest stuff I've ever eaten in my life.
I don't like it. I don't like it cooked. I'll eat it on one of those the
Like a
the
dipping
veggie
platter?
plates. I'll eat it. Yeah, I'll eat it raw. But
Yeah,
it does not taste
honestly,
good.
one of them was peated, and the other one was a $250 bottle of rye.
So
And it literally just tasted like dirt.
Darrell, what did you pour? James Morgan wants to know what you ended up with.
New Riff 8-year bourbon.
That's not Campbellton.
It's not. I don't have Campbellton. What I was saying is that's the closest I would get to peat.
I know. I knew you were.
There you go.
Okay, I knew you were important.
Hallelujah.
I had some
James,
stuff
you
on
got
the
it.
way though from a
New
buddy.
Riff. New Riff.
But New Riff did a really nice peated series.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
Tony Bag of Donuts. I generally don't drink anything after wine. 'Cause
Yeah.
I just don't like the interaction, and I would hate to think that you're going to belch wine and peat tomorrow.
The same.
Like that could be a
They say
problem with me.
beer before liquor, never been sicker. Wine before liquor, you'll get sicker.
Wine can only be followed by more wine, as far as I'm concerned. Like you can't get, like I wouldn't go back to anything. I wouldn't even drink a beer after that.
No.
No, but I will have to say, Cheech, I agree with you on cauliflower. I'm not a big fan. And it's kind of funny. Most of the ingredients that I don't like start with the letter C for whatever reason.
Uh-oh.
So, like, I am not a big fan of corn.
Carrots?
Oh, carrots I love.
Oh, well, then I just blew your theory out the water.
But coconut's another one, especially shredded, desiccated
How about
coconut.
cheese? You like cheese, don't you?
Too much.
Crumpets? You like? How do you feel about crumpets?
With jam and tea, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You like lots of C's.
Yeah, but
just not corn.
Corn, cauliflower, and like the bloody, coconut that
I like all this.
Shredded?
I just don't like the cauliflower. Yeah, Richie, I think I still have. I might have 2 red spots left. I know I have 1 open and 1 in reserve, but I might actually have. I think it's 1 and 1. It might be 1 and 2.
Okay.
But yeah, I love the spots. Red spot, yes.
Oh, they're great. It's just the prices have been so stupid.
Yeah, they've been
in the US.
ridiculous. Hey, I've seen prices coming down lately on things.
Yeah, well, finally, because
tariffs are working.
It's like Octomore.
Just trying to piss
well,
you
no,
off.
it's not the tariffs. It's
I know. I'm
because-
just trying to piss you off.
because Middleton has finally realized, people aren't going to drink our Kool-Aid anymore. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we actually have to give them the good whiskey now.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
at a reasonable price too. Like,
Damon, I've had living in the South for 50 years or so. I have had black-eyed peas on numerous occasions, and the one common theme that they all have had, I've had them different preparations, different pork products, all sorts of stuff put in there to try to fix what's wrong with them. But the problem is they just taste like dirt. That's what's wrong with them. They taste like a bowl full of dirt.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean I won't try them again. Somebody might have the fucking magical elixir makes them my favorite food. Because at one point in my life, I didn't like collard greens, and now I'll eat a 5-gallon bucket of collard greens. Just bring them to me. But
as long as they got a lot of good salt pork and.
Oh yeah. Well, around here we do smoked turkey wings in our
That's
collard
good.
greens, and
That's
it's pretty
good,
damn
too.
good. Yeah, puts a lot of flavor on them.
I do
I
collard
used to
greens.
do ham hocks, but I wasn't getting enough out of the ham hocks. So
Yeah.
that's when I asked a woman I used to work with, Miss Gail. I know you're not watching, but thanks. She's like, "Oh no, you got to use smoked turkey necks and smoked turkey wings." I'm like, I didn't know, and of course that was the secret.
I do salt pork and a balsamic vinegar glaze.
Yeah, that's too fancy.
Yeah.
I like the vinegar hot sauce that has those little green peppers in them. The vinegar
Oh yeah,
hot sauce.
crappies.
Yeah, that shit on collard greens is righteous.
That's really good too. I could go that route also, but sometimes I like
Well,
balsamic
and-
vinegar glaze.
another really good thing to use on collard greens or any greens like rapini or
Kale.
kale is like a pepperoncini, the Italian red hot peppers from
Yeah.
Calabria.
Yeah, those are good too, for sure.
Yeah, the red ones.
Yep.
Yeah, you guys are making me hungry. This is what's the problem with doing Whiskey Encore on Tuesday night so late is that once we hit the 2 hour mark, which we just did, let's be honest, we talk about food a lot on this channel, but
Dude, yeah.
a lot of times, the after party is me making a sandwich.
Yeah, but if you listen to Donald, you're just going to have like lettuce and kale, so it isn't that
No,
bad.
you're not. God.
Not true. A rack of lamb sounds pretty good, though. I'm not gonna
Oh,
lie.
Yeah,
God.
Hey, that's all protein. You're good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
well,
what
You're all good.
I do that too. And in fact, I've actually just planned the menu for Easter Sunday here because I'm going to be working in the kitchen at work. So,
Oh yeah, Easter Sunday is 420 this year, right? That's
yeah,
on
420.
April 20th.
Yeah.
There you go.
Ooh,
So
I'm
everybody's
eating
gonna
a lot of
get
food.
high while they celebrate Jesus.
Yep.
Gonna get the munchies.
Yep. So I'm doing.
Eat the chocolate bunnies and the Cadbury eggs.
Or so I've heard. So I've heard to get the munchies. I don't know if that's true or not.
Rumored to be true.
Rumor.
It's true. It's true.
But so what I'm doing for Easter Sunday this year at work is I'm doing Italian porchetta over charcoal,
Oh yeah.
Okay.
and then I'm
Damn
going to
it.
let the fat drip on the potatoes below. Add some duck fat, sear them off quickly,
Oh, there you go.
and then I'm doing broccoli and heirloom carrots.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Another
How you doing the
C word.
broccoli?
Yeah.
What do you
I've been
add
doing
to broccoli?
oven roasted broccoli lately. The family's been digging it. I haven't
Oven
been
roasted
eating
with
it.
garlic and lemon.
Well,
Yeah, I do. There's more to it than that for me, but yeah, definitely like that.
I just like it. Yeah.
yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm going to do it in a wok because high heat.
Yeah.
So sear it off. A little bit of garlic, a little bit of chili pepper, salt, black pepper, and then I'm going to add Korean black garlic into there.
Okay.
Oh, God.
I was gonna say, so most of the time, porchetta has like an herb and garlic rub on the inside of it before you do the
Yeah,
roll.
and then also a little bit on the outside sometimes. So you score the skin,
Yeah.
and that way the fat renders off evenly, and then you get like the crisp pork skin. You get everything
Yeah,
on the inside nice and tender.
My thing is, whenever there's a porchetta around, I just want to make a sandwich with it.
Yeah. So
I don't want to eat it as its own thing. I want to wait till the next day until it's completely cooled and solidified, and then slice it thin, and then heat it up in a skillet
so
and
that's-
make sandwiches
so-
out of it.
I've got a 16-pound porchetta.
Oh yeah, you're gonna have plenty of leftovers.
Yeah. So even for 21 people. So my goal is dinner and then
I mean, it's
lunch on
rich.
the
You're
next
not going to
day.
eat 8 ounces
Yeah.
of that. It's going to be a bunch.
Yeah. So
I beg
I'll
to
have
differ.
enough-
Well, some people have bigger appetites. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'll have enough for dinner that day for, like 21, 22 people. And then lunch the next day where I can just, pop out tomato sauce, put it on top, some hot banana peppers. There you go. That's it.
Yeah. Speaking of the peppers, Damon said look for the orange pepperoncini. They're the best.
Oh.
He pickles 8 to 12 quarts each year. Not hot, but amazing flavor. That's the crazy thing about the peppers, and
Okay.
it's
So,
just the flavors are crazy. Springbank
Oh,
15. There you go, Bobby.
Well, we're talking Campbelltown, so I'm like,
Yeah.
hey,
Yeah, we're supposed to be getting our Springbank here in April, so we should see what pops up this year. Because we only get it once a year around here.
so
Yeah.
orange pepperoncini.
We
Then
don't. Actually,
know
we
what?
do get it, but I haven't really bought any.
I'm actually going to look out for that because I've got a few Italian food markets here where I can look out for that. So I
Yeah,
will.
I'm sure somebody's got them.
I mean, in Toronto, everybody's got everything. So it's like,
Damon saying roasted duck over potatoes. I love the duck fat and potatoes. Are like
Oh, me too.
literally the best thing ever.
Oh, my God.
oh
Hey,
man,
Donald. Hey, Donald, do you ever get like a strawberry cream off your first pour of like Campbelltown 15?
the Springbank.
Yeah. Well,
I've,
yeah.
I've only had a few samples because since 2018, I haven't been able to find a Springbank 18 in the wild here. So
Yeah.
I-
I don't know. Whenever I pour it, like my very first sip of the night, it doesn't stay there, but the very first sip, I always get this like
I do get dark berries, but
there's like this strawberry cream note that I'm just like,
yeah.
fucking
So
hell.
I have had strawberries and dark berries off of it
Yeah.
in the samples I've had. So
I mean,
yeah.
it's there. I mean, it's like strawberry. To me, it's like strawberry more than any other berry.
So, Donald, do you just use a normal shoulder blade roast when you do porchetta, or do you use another cut? Do you make your own?
So I actually partner with a local butcher here. So he basically takes the loin,
Yes.
and then puts all the herbs in it, and then we work together, and then wraps it in the belly and ties it together.
Oh shit! Wow.
You wrap it in pork belly?
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Oh my god, that sounds just amazing.
Oh yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So like I said, I've got like a 12-pounder in the freezer right now because when I went to do my last order from him, at work, I was like, okay, this is what I need. What have you got coming up? And he's like, well, we could do a porchetta. And then I'm like, okay. So I love to, put lemon, rosemary, thyme, marjoram, and also chervil in the inside.
Right.
Like, no problem. We can do that. And then all I have to do is score it once it goes into the oven, put it on the rack or even on the grill if it's warm on Easter. And so, yeah, the entire loin is wrapped in the belly, tied together, self-basting, done.
Yeah. So my uncles used to make this like for holidays, and they would literally, take butcher's twine with a giant needle and like sew the pork belly around the loin just to keep it in there.
Yeah.
Literally like lace it up and pull it taut.
God, that'd be good. That'd be good.
It's so good.
Dude, I've been
what I haven't told people at work though is I've also been able to get a bag of Amalfi lemons from Italy.
Oh yeah, there you go.
So they will be arriving a few days before.
Oh wow.
And I'm gonna make like a glaze that goes over with fennel seed and also with a little bit of caraway on the pork. So
yeah,
it'll all stick together.
Yeah, that would work very well with pork for sure.
Yeah.
Thrill Kill wants to know why they ended the channel. The channel's just shifting focus, at least in the short term, towards better health habits for me in particular. Just trying to get some things straightened out and be on a healthy road, but still a whiskey channel, but it's going to be like a health channel in the interim.
Hey, Cheech, you want to read like a really funny like group? So right above Thrill Kill was 2 messages. One of them was like, loin wrapped in belly. And then I was like, easy. And then he's like, why? This is the end of the channel. And then James like, my juices are flowing.
I'm reading them all too.
That is like the funniest combination I've ever heard because I was like, oh, dude, you're talking fat guy talk when you talk about loin wrapped.
I keep looking for a butcher that I can get beef belly from because I want to make a smoked beef.
That's what I'm talking about, Eric.
Because I've heard smoked beef belly is delicious.
Yeah, there's a couple of online purveyors for that kind of stuff. You could try Crowd Cow has them sometimes, or Wild Fork, but Crowd Cow is the one for beef for sure.
Yeah, beef is just so damn expensive right now.
Yeah,
I mean, you can get. I bought it. I actually Walmart, and I think somebody priced it wrong. I bought a 12-pound pork shoulder for pulled pork, and I paid $11.27 for 12 pounds of pork.
Now, pork's still
the only thing that really hasn't gotten inflated too much, other than pork bellies, of course. The pork belly futures are a thing.
And I like
Gunderson with 25. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate that.
So if you happen to live next to, I mean, I don't know where all this happens, but I know where I live. Like, so we have our local beef cattle farmers, whatever you want to call it, pork. They have all their animals. And then they have their own butcher shop, right? So they have their own butcher shop where you can go in and buy it. And it's one of the things that we're really fortunate here. I can go and say, hey, listen, I want to flank
Yeah.
And I can watch the old man go back in the back and cut it off. And
Yeah,
bring it back.
custom cuts are nice.
Yeah,
only
so
one-
we have that. So look for your local. Go to your local farmers that have like your meat, like your cattle, your pork, whatever, and ask them, do they have a place that does theirs locally? If not, would they be willing to do it for you? A lot of them will if you ask them.
There's
Yeah.
one guy I found here in the area, and his beef belly, all his beef is grass fed. And if you think regular beef is expensive, go buy some grass fed beef because apparently they eat gold grass.
Yeah, they do. I want to address Richie real quick. Richie, the live streams will absolutely resume in a couple of months, but there are also going to be probably some other live streams associated with some of the new direction stuff. Probably won't be at 11:15 on a Tuesday for me, but it could be. It might still be the best time for me to stream. But probably for the next week, probably next Tuesday, probably no stream. Maybe after that there will be one. You're a patron. Everybody on Patreon will be notified of what's coming.
So you're gonna play new direction music?
Maybe. I think you're thinking One Direction.
Yeah, I was.
It's all right. You blew your joke. It's okay. Happens. Happens. Not everybody can be super funny all the time.
No,
Takes talent.
it's a good thing I blew that joke because if I knew it was One Direction,
Yeah.
I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah.
So, honestly, so Damon pointed out a really good
What's up,
breed
Larry?
of pig, Duroc.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I saw that in there. I'm sorry I missed
Oh.
that.
So I will say,
James, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to give you guys some good ideas of how it worked for me.
that Duroc might be my
Oh, there
third
it is.
favorite breed of pig, but my first two, honestly, Berkshire and then Tamworth.
I thought you were gonna go with Lancashire.
No.
But I knew you would go with
The Berkshire pig,
Berkshire
down.
pigs are where it's at.
yeah, and then Tamworth.
Troy, gone. Here and gone.
Yeah, because Tamworths, so they're really close
I
to
don't,
like
I don't know
wild
of anybody that has those around us that I can source those. The Tam, we can get Berkshire pears. The Berkshires.
But the Tamworths,
I'm out. Cheers.
they love cold weather.
Energy man.
All right, Ed. I
All
need to
right,
go too. So people.
You can do alligator
Yeah.
belly.
Alligator, yeah, it's a good meat. I've had.
I
it
like
before.
alligator tail.
I eat
Yeah.
alligator all the time. It's not even exotic for me. It's like regular.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've had it when I was in Florida and Louisiana.
Terrell's shaking it up. Terrell, it's delicious. If I didn't tell
It
you,
is.
you'd eat
No, it's really, really good.
It
it. So
is.
good.
Really good.
Not as
Take
good as
your word for it.
not as good
I
as
tell you what I
frog
could go
legs.
for is I could go for some frog's legs. Terrell, you
Frog
dancing for
legs,
frog legs?
When I worked on
Darrell, we
in
got to
Riverboat.
get you like cultured, man, because that shit's good.
I'm very cold.
when I worked on towboats,
Yeah.
we
You don't
go
like-
get frog gigging.
You don't like
Mangalitsa.
frog legs,
Oh.
you don't like gator, and you don't like peated. We got
How do you feel about soft shell crabs?
Nope.
No,
Oh, there's what? What?
I don't do like seafood that I gotta like pull apart. and stuff.
Oh,
No,
Steve's
the
meat,
soft
though.
shell crab, you eat the whole shell and everything.
That's
yeah,
easy.
it's right after they molt.
And
You
then they
fry
deep
them. You
fry
put them
them.
inside some rice and a little bit of seaweed
Oh, I like them on a Kaiser roll.
or on a
Or
Kaiser
I-
roll.
I love them in white wine and butter with some
Darrell
tomatoes.
is like,
So that's a
oh,
soft shell crab po' boy.
Damn.
Darrell's like, can we just get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich and be done with it?
I do like peanut butter and jelly too.
Yeah,
never
so
used-
honestly, Damon, Mangalitsa, so that Hungarian breed, the woolly
There it is.
pig, they pack on fat like hell, and they are fantastic. Like,
There you go.
oh man,
You know, we used to only farm pigs in the United States just for lard. We were just rendering pork
Yeah,
fat.
and-
That was the whole point of farming pigs for a long time. And then people were like, why don't we just eat the meat too? Like, oh, I guess we can eat the meat too.
but then they made pork the other white meat to make it really lean and
Oh yeah, especially pork loins have almost no fat in them at this point.
Pork might taste like pumpkin pie, but I ain't gonna know because I ain't gonna eat the nasty bastard.
All right, let me go ahead and shut it down. I do have to get to bed. It's like
I
1:30
do too.
a.m. I'm going to shut it down. Anybody who wants to still hang out, there'll be a little after party going on as usual. Thanks everybody for the support. I appreciate you guys so much. Stick with me on this. Let's see what happens. Maybe maybe I failed miserably, but probably not.
No, you
I'm
won't.
not going to fail
No, you'll
this.
be fine.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I'll be all right, and maybe bring a couple of guys along for the ride, and we all get a little bit better, and then
Start drinking again.
Hey, there's
only-
no sugar in whiskey. It's all just good in moderation.
That's true. It's all
Yeah.
good, and it has been. It's just right now, it's just a little bit interfering. With
No,
all
I
my
read.
actual
I
goals.
read.
All right, let me shut it down, Eric, and we can talk about what you read. All right, everybody. See you guys soon.
Cheers,
Just me first. Just if you want to go join, you can join for free. Links in the description box below.
Cheers, eh?